Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Talk about the Liverpool game against Brighton. Liverpool lost their second home game in a row, 1-0. Brighton came to Anfield and took 3 points. Got a super chat straight away here. Klopp needs to walk. Enough 5 years, cross, bailed out by individual brilliance. Salah, Virgil van Dijk, etc. Terrible manager. Why is Milner still playing over Jones? Honestly, please, someone answer it. Klopp out. I got to be honest, I think that's extremely reactionary and very over the top. I get your frustration, but to say he's a terrible manager is... I can't agree with that. I appreciate the super chat and all of that, but I don't agree with that in the slightest. Does he make mistakes? Yes. Did he have a poor game today? Yes, he did. But to say he's a terrible manager is definitely just over the top. What I will say is the title race is over, boys. Title race is over. And it sucks to say that in February.
Over ages ago. Come on, man.
It wasn't over ages ago, Drift.
It was, man. It was over.
It wasn't, Drift. It wasn't.
It was over ages ago. Another performance like this was always coming from us. That's why it was over. It wasn't like we were going to go and win 18 in a row. We just had to hope City drop points. We were always going to have more games like this season. That's why it's been over for ages.
Milkbeard, Origi, please leave our beautiful club.
Now I'm starting to just think people just say that to just annoy me. Like, as in, like, they think it's going to bother me because it's become a bit of a thing. That how can you blame someone who came on for 25 minutes when the rest of the team was just like, come on, man, let's not be silly now.
He was just as bad as all the others today. Like, the whole team
everyone was bad today.
Exactly.
Like,
so yeah,
you can't start picking out individuals. The entire team today was crap. Every single, I mean, actually, I think Kelleher's the only one who could probably go, do you know what? He actually did well with whatever he had to deal with. Other than
that. Stephen, players been awful, yes, but Klopp's disgusting patterns of attack play has to be scrutinised now. What the F is this football? Play out wide, cut in, go back. I remember, I'll be honest, guys, a couple of weeks ago, I said some stuff on here about Buvac. And I got slated for it. I think it has to be analysed now. Do think it has to be analysed. We've had massive success since Pep's been our number 2. And I'm not saying this is anything to do with Pep, but our attacking has not been as potent since Buvac left. It just hasn't been.
I disagree. It hasn't been as potent. We might have changed the way we play. But last season, we were putting 2-3 goals past a lot of teams. I wouldn't say it's not potent.
The season before that, though, we were slicing teams to pieces.
Yeah, but was he...
With a Leicester good
that season, didn't he?
No, he left just before the Roma second leg. Remember what we did to Roma in the first leg?
I don't even remember what we did to Roma.
Beat them 5-2.
No, he didn't leave that season. He left the season we actually won it. That was the season we lost.
No, he didn't. He left just before the Roma game, bro. He wasn't on the bench for the Roma game.
So he wasn't there for the entire Barcelona campaign either.
No, he left 17, 18.
Oh, well, that makes it even less that this has got anything to do with Buvac then, because I thought Buvac left during the season we won the Champions League. Maybe it's just because I'm a bit blurred. If he left the season we lost the final, well, it's got nothing to do with him. That season we won the Champions League, we were packing goals for fun. Yeah, it's nothing to do with Buvac, bro. It's nothing to do with Buvac.
We've been found out. John Conway, good evening, guys. Bad result. Evening to you, John, as always. Ace in Industries, turns out attack was always an issue. Striker was more of a priority than centre back, at least one. Kelleher prevented 3-0. Adrian might have struggled today. All right, that's fair enough. Yes, we could have lost by more goals, but if Salah finishes his 2 chances, it's a different game as well. So, like, we have to call it both ends of the pitch. Like, Salah had 2 gilt-edged chances and missed both of them, especially the first one. You've got to at least test a goal.
The second one was worse, bro. That's got to be food and drink for Mo. That second one, when Trent pulled that ball back, for someone of his caliber, that's food and drink, man. He's got to score that. The first one, I think, was still a little bit more of like, you know what I mean? You needed to have good technique and actually be a certain caliber player to do well with that chance. But the second one, I would have expected Milner, Wijnaldum, Hendo, for any player, not even just a striker, any player, the ball gets pulled back like that and you're only about 15 yards out, you've got to at least hit the target. At least hit the target. That was a terrible miss. Terrible.
Yeah. Sam, Max Legend, yes, this is what FSG, this is on you, FSG. This is what you get when you don't invest properly in the squad. Tonight is on Klopp, needs to change the system against stinker low block teams. I agree with a lot of that as well. 21-26 productions. Every player gets a 5 today. Poor. I don't think Kelleher gets a 5 today. I don't. Without Kelleher today, we'd probably lose that game by more. Shall I be honest with you guys? I'm going through the super chats because I don't want to disrespect anyone who's contributed money. But I'm also seeing other chats. And again, you guys know I'm not Origi's biggest fan. But this is bordering on bullying and getting ridiculous now. Like, why is Origi being the one who's pinpointed for everything here? Like, why am I seeing the Origi name pop up more than other names? Like, did Milner have a good game today? Like, I get some of these players have got credit in the bank, but we're analysing one game, people. Like, Origi had a stinker when he came on, admittedly. Did some silly things when he came on, didn't do some things he should have done. But so did Bobby. Salah missed 2 perfectly good opportunities. Trent's crossing again was pretty much to no one. Like, stop just pinpointing this all on Origi. Like, it's actually getting tired and pathetic now. And again, I'm not even his biggest fan. But grow up, you lot, man. Do better than this. We're Liverpool fans. We're Liverpool Football Club. We don't just pinpoint and just scapegoat players like this. Speak about the whole team, man. Don't start doing this whole Origi thing. It's tired, man. And again, I'm saying this as a person who I want us to move Origi on. I do. But I'm not going to sit here and act like we didn't beat Brighton today because of Divock Origi. You're crazy if you think that. You're actually crazy. If the first thing you come on here and say is something bad about Origi, what about the rest of the players?
I told you, bruv, it's just an agenda against him. I blame myself for being a supporter of his because it seems like I've made it fashionable to cuss him. And maybe that's what people are doing.
Don't get me wrong, Jeff. Don't get me wrong. You overrate Origi. That's fair enough. And people are gonna come at you for that. It's the same with me and Bobby. I probably overrate. Well, not probably. Based on the last couple of years, I overrate Bobby, so people come for me. But it gets to a point where enough's enough in it. Let's stop putting this all on one player. Like, speak about Klopp's decisions today, because Klopp, in my opinion, got absolutely everything wrong, from starting lineup to substitutions to everything. So stop just blaming Origi. We're better than that as fans, or we should be, in my opinion. Just stop now, man. Sam OA, we were predictable and pedestrian. Ting done. Related to the title, I agree. Kai Lewis, Liverpool is like that X where you thought that they would change but never do. You take off the makeup and we still look average. Bobby is flat-chested, Vex. I can't disagree with that. Ashok, result of 2.5 years of underinvestment, FSG out. Yeah, I think we do need to look at our squad and the lack of investment that's gone into the squad. Thomas Partey, not obviously the real Thomas Partey. To be honest, I was kind of getting lonely in the mud. Get comfortable, boys. It's going to be a long ride. And God damn, that Milner guy stinks. Milner still walks into Arsenal's team. So if Arsenal are in the mud, sorry, if Liverpool are in the mud, then Arsenal they're like underground, like sinkhole. That's what Arsenal are. They're a sinkhole. It just gets worse. The more you try and pull out, the deeper it sucks you in. That's what Arsenal are. Lloyd McCullough, good evening, guys. Let's sum this season up. Injuries, no goal scoring striker, no flexibility, same formation, no creativity, and FSG not spending. title gone, and City will eat us for breakfast. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'd probably be more confident going into the City game than I am going into other games. Like, we actually turn up against big teams. We don't turn up against the smaller teams. Like, we have become an underdog team now. This is what Burnley does. We're doing what Burnley does. Play rubbish against all the teams who we're expected to beat, and we turn up against your Leicesters and your Wolves and your Man Uniteds and stuff, and this is what happens. Nazar, how great is this Liverpool side, really? You can't even defend your title like City. Put some respect on City's name. Wasn't City the same team that are crying because they lost Laporte last season after spending 300 million on a defence? I'll be real with you. If you're a rival fan tonight and you're going to come in with this smoke, you're going to get it back today. I'm just going to be real with you. You're going to get it back today. Like, City fans can't say nothing. You lost one defender last season. Your whole season collapsed. We've lost 3 in a pandemic. Kadir, need a number 10. Please bring back proven Coutinho and a natural striker. Did we even have a shot on target today? Disgrace today. Matt, you've not said anything yet. Your thoughts?
I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, back-to-back home defeats at Anfield. Not scored at Anfield since December 27th. I don't think we really tested the goalkeeper. Players didn't look like they were on it. No urgency. The lineup was wrong. Shaq on the left, didn't want to see it. I thought it was going to be Shaq behind the 2 strikers. It wasn't.
I told you about that Shaq on the left. Pointless. Pointless. Who's he crossing?
Yeah, I know. Salah missing them 2 chances. Poor. Absolute poor and shocking as well. Especially the first one, in my opinion, because the first one, he brought it down under control and he just thrashed it. Where you're thinking, right, Salah, last game against West Ham, like, think of what you did in that game. Take your time. You're Mo Salah. You've got time on the ball. You're that good. Man thrashed it like he hasn't kicked ball for time, like he's just come back from injury. Midfield got dominated, in my opinion, in key areas. Not necessarily that they bossed the game, but when Brighton were really pushing up against us and really pressing us, we found it a bit hard to get out. Basuma, what a player, bro. What a player. I will say that. Basuma, bad boy. Brighton deserves to win today, bro. It's that simple. They wanted it more than us. We know there's no title race. We're scrambling like eggs for top 4. Against City, I kind of agree with you. I've got more faith in playing against City than I do other teams, because it seems that when Liverpool play a team that they're supposed to beat, can't win. They just can't win. And then, I mean, it kind of summed it up, really. Alisson getting flipping injured before the game just summed it up for me, bro.
Apparently it's illness. Apparently it's not.
Illness, whatever it is. But do you want to know something? And I'm not saying Klopp's protecting him, but remember when I told you, man, about Mane? When Klopp, like, I said, knock, he'll be all right. It's a slight knock. He's not ready for today, but he should be ready for the next game.
I'm hearing 7 weeks.
I'm hearing Mane's nowhere to be seen, fam.
I've heard
what I'm trying to say.
Weeks he could be out.
So I look at it like this. We are poor. We've gone back to the 17-18 Liverpool where we've been inconsistent.
No,
we're going back. No, bro. But remember, 17-18. It's not like we won the league. Remember, I think we finished in, what was it, 4th in 17-18.
But these teams turned up at Anfield in 17-18 and got licked.
No, that is true. But what I mean, just in general though, the inconsistencies, like, it's so poor. We've gone back to like the old Liverpool that we kind of got rid of for the last 2.5 years, and somehow we've gone back to that Liverpool again. How can the cycle come back that quick that we're that poor now? Bro, Burnley took. Did I tell you what it is? And I'm going to leave it like this now. Burnley took our soul, you know. Remember when I said that fear factor of Anfield might be gone, and I was worried, but I thought, the players are so good that surely they can just turn it around. Like, we still got that Anfield behind us, regardless of crowd. Still Anfield, right?
Yeah.
Bro, Sean Dyche took our soul, blood. Man, Shang 2 song style, Mortal Kombat. Man went straight for the heart, bro. I don't know where.
I'm not even in the mood to do a Sean Dyche impression.
No, I'm not even telling you to. I'm just saying, though. Man went straight for the heart. and took it out. No long thing. And we haven't recovered from that. It's that simple.
Imran, anyone that pinpoints this on Origi has lost their marbles. Everyone was poor. This was the game that Mane could have took advantage of. So disappointed. Agreed. Miss Mane tonight, really did. Moose LFT 21. Our midfield isn't balanced. The lack of a CDM and Hendo is showing. Our play change when certain people aren't playing, but people aren't playing in there. But tonight was shocking. Agreed again. Scotty LFC, feel like I've just been told off, Cal. Yeah, no, sorry. Look, as I said, everyone knows I'm not Origi's biggest fan, but I'm also not going to sit here and just have people just putting the defeat on him. Like, you can say he's had a rubbish game. He had a rubbish game when he came on. He did. But don't act like he's the reason we didn't win this game. Like, he's not the reason we didn't win this game.
Of course he's not.
Like, he came with, what, 25 minutes to go? What about the first 65 minutes he weren't playing? Like,
people looking for a scapegoat. But this is what happens, though. When you lose a game, people look for a scapegoat.
We shouldn't be.
And if you're looking for it, and if you're looking for a scapegoat, I don't know what's wrong with you. Real talk, because if you watch football's a team game, and yes, it's about individual performances, but the whole team played badly. It's not like the team played sick.
JT, you did this on James Redmond's channel. Like, you're getting blocked because you're an absolute mug. Like, you know how much of a low life you've got to be to put a comment like that.
What did he say?
He's just.
In fact, don't even repeat it. Don't repeat it. Dickheads get blocked, innit?
You know what he is? He's not even a wet wipe. He's a dried out wet wipe. That's what he is.
Dickheads get blocked, innit? No long term.
Anil, what's the point of beating big teams? No top four, in my opinion. AA nothing to say.
Trust me. There's not much to say, bro.
I'll be honest. I love doing YouTube. This is the hardest part of doing YouTube. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course, when it comes crashing down, man don't want to be here, bro.
Gangan Deep, Origi should have started instead of Firmino alongside Shaq with Salah in the hole like we did against West Ham.
Yes.
Firmino only seems to be effective coming off the bench. When it opens up, we can take the lead. Thoughts? I agree. Like, you've either got to go Firmino or Shaq. Say that again.
I said Firmino should be an impact player. Remember when I said that, and I said I wasn't being shady. I feel like when he comes off the bench, he actually does affect games more than when he starts them now. I kind of agree with that, to be honest.
One thing I will say, I mean, he obviously had a good game against Tottenham, but at the same, shall I tell you what? I don't think you can play Shaq and Firmino when Salah's the only pacey player up there. Like, if you've got Mane as well, you can probably play both in a 4-2-3-1. But if you're playing 4-3-3 or 4-3-1-2, which is what it seemed to go to today, it's got to be one or the other, and Origi's got to play. We need pace up there. We have to have pace up there.
Yeah, no, there was no pace, bro. No penetration, bro.
KGFSTGC. I know the whole team performed badly, but I think Ox was the worst of the bunch.
But again, can I just say, I know
I don't think that's scapegoating, though. I don't think that's
No. He's not scapegoating. But again, I just kind of feel like, how much time did Ox have, just like Origi? And I know when subs come on, you want them to change the game, but they just weren't able to. The team's playing poor, and sometimes you need somebody. Like, here's the thing: even though Ox wasn't great, he took a shot from outside the box. Can you imagine that? He's the only one.
I was celebrating when he did that,
bruv. He's the only one that looks up and goes, "Do you know what? If there's nothing on, I'm going to try to pack it because I've got ability." And yes, he didn't hit the target, and it went over the bar, whatever. But that's what you kind of need more of as well. When things aren't working, you got to think a bit different. He's the only one, even if it doesn't always come off. Yeah, he's the one that goes, "Do you know what? Let me try something from outside the box." Why does no one ever shoot from outside the box? It actually is so frustrating. It's like we've fallen in love with the cross.
The pretty goal. With the pretty goal.
No, the cross, bro.
Yeah.
The cross.
Do you know what
it is?
Do you know what it's like? It's like, you see when you get a fighter, yeah, who starts knocking people out, but they've got so many other skills, but all they do now is just swing the right hand because they think they're going to knock people out. Again, Drew, if you're going to...
I know you're going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say.
With Deontay Wilder. With Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
If the knockout punch don't happen, we got nothing else. If the cross don't work, we got nothing else.
Yeah, that's it. Literally it. Like, and again, it's like sometimes I kind of feel sorry for Trent, you know, because it's like they give the ball to him and like, just cross it, fam. It's like Trent must be thinking like, I'm going to cross it. Because Trent's crosses were kind of poor today, but he tried to mix up a little bit. I say a little bit. A couple on the floor and that, a little bit. I remember that's one of the chances that fell to Salah. Remember when he drilled it on the floor and Salah should have scored and we would have been celebrating. But again, though, how many times are we going to keep saying to the wing backs, like, rah, like, just cross the ball. Like, that's all you, just cross it. Just spam the crosses and we should get something. Come on, we didn't do that against West Ham. We didn't. And here's the thing, Cal, Andrew. When you play against teams like Brighton and Burnley, that's food and drink for these man, you know. That's what they do all week in training.
Well, put it like this, Matt. They're 3 centre backs were, I think one was 6'4" and 2 were 6'3".
Bro, did you know they had a left back that's 6'7"?
Let me ask you a question. We're crossing the ball in. Who are we crossing it to?
I don't know.
They've got 4 Nat Phillips at the back. They've got 4 Nat Phillips at the back. Who is winning a header against 4 Nat?
They got.
Is Salah winning a header against these lot? No. Is Firmino winning a header against these lot? No. Is Shaq winning a header against these lot? No. So why are we crossing it? Like, why is it not low crosses?
So let me ask you this then, because I got looked at very sideways when I talked about Liverpool's form and how a different manager will be under pressure. And again, I reiterate for the people who are going to be stupid enough to think I'm saying I want Klopp to leave and all that crap. But real talk, boys, Klopp this season has been terrible. Terrible. I can't say those good victories we've had, are down to great tactical nous. This season it's kind of been a lot of individual brilliance.
I disagree with that bit.
I'm going to keep it real. A lot of individual brilliance. It's been a lot of individual brilliance, man. I'm sorry. If you actually deep a lot of the games this season, where we've struggled, we have done the same thing over and over and over. And you know what Einstein said? The great man himself, the sign of insanity is trying to do the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And you know what? All we've done this season is the same shit. How can we, as a fan base, as a collective fan base, know that it's crossed inshallah? We all know, we literally know. It's actually become a joke amongst us. Other fans.
But Drift, do you know something?
That's just quickly, sorry. All we do now.
But what's so mad is though, Drift, you are right. But what annoys me the most is against West Ham, we didn't do that as much. We started to play like the real Liverpool. We started to play like incisive balls, like looking for balls through the channels. Not sorry for the channels, but like more like facing up and maybe playing slightly more through the centre. And like using the outside people as decoys, But then we went back to the same, as you said, the same pattern of play again tonight. It's like, man are addicts out here, bro.
Matt, be real. Sorry. Did we really? First 45 minutes against West Ham was poor. Second half,
it was poor.
Mo just went on a madness and did some individual brilliance. Keep it real. What was the actual pattern of play like?
But I don't think we were spamming. No. But I just don't think we were spamming crosses nowhere near as much tonight.
We had the lead, so we stopped panicking. We panicked.
But I think I still feel like even in the first half we were poor, but we weren't spamming crosses. I don't think.
I will break this down as simple as possible. My missus watched that game with me. Bless her, she made dinner and she sat down and she watched that second half with me. And you know what she said? She said, I don't really know much about Brighton, but they look like they are great at defending. How much younger than you lot are they? Because their team looks like it's got way more energy than your team. And you know what Shilsho said? Why do you lot always look like you're panicking? All your players look like they're panicking. Like everyone looks like they're stressed. Those were the feedbacks that I was getting from my missus watching that game. And how can she be so accurate and she doesn't know what's been going on with Liverpool? How can she be so accurate? That's somebody who don't really watch football, just watching a game and just looking at natural behaviour. Just natural behaviour of a football team. And telling me my players look stressed and they're just panicking and they're doing the same thing over and over again. And how come their team looks so much younger than yours and energetic? Hold on, Brighton out-energized us. Ain't we supposed to be the press merchants? Ain't that our game? Ain't that what we're meant to do?
But we haven't got that. We ain't got that right now. We lost that a while ago. When you think, when you think about the hunger that we had, the hunger, even from last season compared to this season, the hunger's not there. And even I'm not even talking about the injuries, just the way how the players play.
The pressing is non-existent.
It's non-existent. You see, like, because funny enough, I was watching the City game, yeah, and they went on a counter and they lost the ball, bro. If you ever saw the way the City, bro, they went back to the old City where you had 3 players around one person. The person didn't have no options. City won the ball back in about, I'd say, 5 seconds. We used to do that. We were like the pressing merchants, bro. When like someone loses the ball and before you know it, 3 men on him, he's got no options. We win the ball back. We don't do that. I don't know what it is though. I just think I don't know whether it can't be fatigue because that's the different instructions. I don't know whether Klopp feels like this Liverpool team can't press as well because of maybe, I don't know, maybe he feels that, you know, the preparation for this season, they're not going to last the season if they press like that. They're going to get too tired. And maybe he's also thinking, well, the injuries that we've you know, built up already, if we play like that, play like 100 miles an hour all game, maybe more players will get injured. Because you want to know something that's worrying me? Ali, don't get me started. He's now becoming an injury-prone goalkeeper if he isn't already.
Well, if it's illness, we can't. If it's illness, we can't call.
That's true. That's true. But there's always something with Alisson. Like you think, okay, he's gotten over something, and then there's something else. So, but I know what you're saying. But even Fabinho, bro, you know Fabinho. Like when you deep it, Fabinho's starting to now pick up injuries a lot now. You know.
It's because we're running these players into the ground because Klopp doesn't trust the squad players. He doesn't.
And that's why I'm wondering whether he's thinking we have to play slightly. Yeah, we do. And we have to play slightly different. Because do you know what I also think as well? Now that we bought Thiago, we're trying to do this whole possession thing, but we're forgetting about doing the dirty work. And if you don't do the dirty work, it's not going to get the results. When you do the pretty stuff, you'll win games. When you don't do the dirty work, you can't win championships, in my opinion. You just can't. Yeah. You can't.
Got a few super chats to get through here, so bear with me, people. So Famalam, Firmino is really hard to watch today. Lackluster, he doesn't make the right runs. Link up play and tracking back is good, but you're a number 9. Agreed. Thank you for your super chat, KGFSTGC. I thought Firmino was awful in the first half. Slightly,
He gave the ball away a lot, you know, a lot. Awful, and that's not talking about his.
But again, when we took him off, that's when he was starting to play better. So we'll speak about Klopp's substitution.
Funny you say that because I'll quickly say something. You know what you just said, yeah, I fully agree. Because you want to know something? He started to play a little bit better when he got taken off. And in my brain, I was thinking, but Milner hasn't had a great game. I was actually in my head thinking, it's got to be Milner for Curtis Jones. We need some spark in there. We need some energy. Bro, when he took off Firmino, even if Firmino's having a bad game, I was thinking, but Firmino can still do something creative. He's the type of person that can have a bad game, but if he gets the right pass and sets up Salah or something, we're all good. Curtis Jones, we actually needed him, I thought, in this game, but he kept on Milner. I didn't understand why, and I was like...
Me neither. Took off Genie as well.
Genie was fuming.
Don't have no creativity, so hard to break down teams that play with low block. Top teams actually play against us, giving us space to play. That's true. Shout out to Daniel, for your super chat.
I said Darnell, you know.
Thibaut, got a feeling we're going to pull the Champions League, LOL. The only bit in that, I'll be honest, with all due respect, Thibaut, the only bit I agree with in that super chat is the LOL bit. We ain't winning the Champions League with this team at the moment.
We may not
even get past Leipzig.
Bro, I was about to say that. The only thing I agree with in that little piece there is the pool, but someone might pull a hamstring in the Champions League campaign. The amount of injuries we're having, trust me, watch.
The only way we get through against Leipzig as things stand right now is if the German police don't let them play the game and we get the first win 3-0.
Yeah, for real.
Promo, it looked as though the team was defeated before we stepped out to the pitch today, knowing that City had got their result needed before the game we had.
But that's poor mentality if they're thinking that, though.
I don't think that's the case. I think we started the game well. And again, I'm not, before anyone comes to me, I'm not blaming Salah for the result, but I think Salah sticks that goal away early in the game. We're talking about a different game. Musa LFC 21, we can't press with Shaq, Millie, Origi, and Nat. I mean, I know people will blame Nat for the goal. I genuinely, again, don't think Nat really did much wrong today, if I'm going to be honest. Like, Trent fell asleep for their goal at the back post, and then Nat did everything he could, and the ball took about 4 ricochets.
Nat couldn't do nothing. Can do now. Can do now.
Flintoff. So in 17-18, we struggled to break down low blocks. 18-19 and last season we got over it, and now we're struggling again against low blocks again. What the F? Yeah, facts.
Different
Sanjay,
midfield we had a different midfield.
we've been inconsistent since Watford stopped our winning momentum. Since then, our form has been patchy.
Can I tell you what I think a big thing, for struggling with these low blocks? It's Fabinho not being in midfield. Even though Fabinho's a DM, but I think of course as well, because with Virgil you could just knock a 60-yard pass and you kind of broken how many attacking lines Fabinho not being at the quarterback role, bruv, the way Fabinho can spray the ball is so underrated, bruv. He may be a destroyer, but his passing is sensational. And Fabinho, think about the game against Man United where Fabinho played that ball to Mane over the top. Yeah. Who's doing that now in our midfield? No one.
The Palace game after lockdown.
No one's doing that, bro. Fabinho,
again, Drift, you've said it a few times as well. Attacking set pieces. We ain't got anyone.
Oh, bro.
When we get an attacking set piece or a corner, before I used to sit there and think, well, Big Virgil might get on this, might get a little ricochet, might start. Now it's like we ain't doing anything from this. Whether we play it short or play it direct, we're not scoring from Matip's out. There's no height in that team apart from Phillips.
Can't even that tall, I don't think. Is he even that tall?
I think that Phillips about 6'3".
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's about 6'3". Vince's viewpoint: give kudos to Kelleher / Hendo, Thiago, Phillips okay. Robbo, Genie passed backwards, sideways too many times. Salah out wide and to the back post, and we recorded lowest counter attack ever, minus 28 seconds post to post. Jeez, it's not pretty reading that. Raz, answer: if we don't get top 4, simply not good enough from Klopp. West Ham are 5th. Imagine VVD playing in Europa. Scary, the whole team could fall apart.
Of course.
I'll be honest, if we get Europa, we're in trouble in the summer.
Things will become way harder. But what you think the targets that you were looking to get are gonna come and play in Europa?
I'm not even thinking about targets. I'm thinking about trying to keep this team.
No, I was about to get onto that. What you see the extension that they want to give to Van Dijk and Fabinho? We're going to try and convince them that we're not a Europa League team.
I would be if we don't finish top 4, I'll be petrified going into the summer. Not even
100%, 100.
Not even a front. Musa LSD 21. No, sorry, Cal, was referring to the guys you mentioned that we don't press anymore. Certain players in our lineup wouldn't be able to keep it up. Yeah, I agree.
Can I tell you something that's interesting in the game as well, quickly? Thiago was probably the only one that was probably breaking lines with some of his smart play. But when he gave the ball to somebody, they slowed the move down, whether it's Milner or Gini Wijnaldum.
Well, Firmino did it.
Because you want to know something? Imagine this year, we haven't even got a player in our midfield that can take on another player. Imagine that. So when they get the ball, it's very rare that you see them take on a guy, whether it's a piece of skill.
I disagree. We've got players who do it, but they can do it. Genie can take on a player.
But he's not.
No, so but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We've got players who can do it, but they're not doing it.
But then we can't really say that, bro. That's like saying Genie can do bicycle kicks in training, but he never performs it on the
but Matt, we've seen enough examples over the years. We've had Genie.
Of course. But what I'm trying to say is, in the here and present, no one even has the. Okay, let me rephrase it then. Nobody has the confidence to take people on. Like, beat your man that's in front of you. Don't always look at to play it to Trent. Because here's the thing, bro. Thiago plays a sick ball to Milner. What does Milner do? Turn and face Trent and go and give it to Trent. We do this, bro. The pattern of play is so deep.
So predictable. It's unreal.
It's I can't be bothered.
Sanjay, we need to target. We need to target to finish as high as possible in the top 4 and go for a Champions League. We regroup in the summer and go again. You'll never walk alone, brothers. I'll be honest. I love optimism more than most. I cannot see how we win the Champions League this season.
Yeah, no spine. No spine.
Mane out for the season. Klopp is lying. Cues of FSG We sent Taki on loan to cover the costs we spent in Jan. Let's hope City win rather than United. I'm very interested to know how long Mane's out for.
Yeah, what was the injury? Does anybody know what the injury was?
No, not that I know of.
Because you didn't know the joke. Remember the Jota thing? It was the same thing. No one knew what it was. Remember that, yeah? And it was like Jota's taken a knock or something. And then boom.
Kade's saying, imagine Salah numbers if he took more of his chances. He Messi and Ronaldo levels.
Yeah.
T. Firmino's playing like a dog that's had his balls cut off. Mojo is gone, fam. I don't know what a dog looks like without his balls. I'm not gonna lie. Presuming they ain't what they used to be. Put it that way.
For real, a ballless dog. Don't know what that is.
The shadow of his former self, mate. I've seen it.
Oh, fair play.
I've seen it. Acebet Limited. Say every stream, surrender 10 to 15% more possession, and you have more counter-attacking periods in the games. Stop the half-hearted pressing out of possession and the slow two-touch build-up in possession. Fully agree. I don't know how we give away more possession though, because teams know there's no point going to Anfield to try and play the possession game. We soak up pressure and we hit them on the counter-attack. It's easy to play against us. Like, we're probably right now the easiest team to prepare for in the league. We're the most predictable.
And what does that say?
It says things need to change drastically.
No, it says that we need to address the elephant in the room. And I say again, this isn't some pile on top of the best manager in the world. I'm not going to lie. This season, for the majority of the season, he's been shit. I'm just calling it real. I'm sick of this now.
I don't agree.
No, I'm going to keep it real. If you're not scared to do it, cool. Don't worry about it.
No, Drift, don't do that,
man. Being scared, bro. That's your opinion.
Even if you don't disagree.
Yeah, but man ain't scared, bro. That's just your opinion.
Say
man's scared. Just say that's your opinion, innit? That's what you got to say, bro.
Cool. Whatever the situation is, it's cool. Klopp's been shit this season. There are a lot of genuine circumstances that are piled on top. Don't get twisted. There's a lot of them. But you know what, for me, it's been so long now, I'm sick of using the excuse. Like, I just am. Like, someone like Klopp should have figured out how to deal with the situation by now to improve what has been going on. Like, yes, the injuries are 100% the main reason why we're playing poorly. You cannot take that kind of influence away from what's going on. But someone like Klopp, man, like, come on, let's be real. What did we do last season? Cal kind of felt like he was vindicated for the whole Pep's a checkbook manager. We kind of smirked a bit at them, and City did look like, raw, what, one defender, and they don't know what they're doing now. We laughed at it, so to speak. I know we ran away with the league, which made it easier to be happy, but we did. We kind of turned our nose up a bit. Enough man started like looking down at Pep and whatever, because what, Pep stuck to the same system, but it wasn't working with the problems that the club had injury-wise, right? And then look what City did. They got embarrassed in the Champions League, and they had one of the worst title defenses in terms of the gap between them and the team that won. By the time the season was over, like, season was won in Christmas, right? As you lot said, we beat Leicester in like the 1st of January or whatever it was, and pretty much from then the season was over. So that was a very poor title defense from City last year, and we all smirked. We did. Everyone was a bit like, and people like, told you about Pep and he can only do where we buy players and all that crap. And fair enough, he was justified for that criticism based on how much City did fall off last season. Look what's happened to us, guys. Real talk. I know we've had worse injuries, but how has Klopp not done anything to change this? You can't look at these games.
There's a big difference. There's a big difference between Klopp.
Doesn't have a lot to answer for.
No. He may do.
Aston Villa away, Fulham away, Everton away. I know obviously the Van Dijk thing happened, but like we still should have won that game.
Right, sorry, Drift, let me cut you. That Everton game, he could have done nothing about, bro.
No, but I'm telling you all the games where we should have won and we didn't. Even if
That's
telling you all the games that we should have won and we didn't.
But everything from Everton was downhill though.
The Everton game was an absolute daylight robbery.
I'll take away the Everton game then. Southampton away. Burnley at home. West Brom at home. Brighton at home.
No, agreed.
How on earth are we just going to act like injuries are the only reason for this? Nah, man.
I'll tell you why.
Man.
I'll tell you, but let me say something. This is the difference, though. With Pep Guardiola, yeah, you see last season the Wolves were falling off when they lost one Laporte and one flipping Leroy Sané. The Wolves came off, yeah. They lost 2 players and they lost Kevin De Bruyne for a little bit, yeah. We've lost everything. Let's be real, we have. Man said we lost Alisson, we lost Van Dijk, we lost Gomez, we lost Matip, we lost Thiago, we've lost Mane at some point, we lost Salah at some point, we lost Mane again, we lost Trent at some point, bro. And not even that, bro. Every time Pep Guardiola, especially last season, couldn't do nothing about it. He was just like, okay, I accept it, nothing I can do. What did the board go and do for Pep Guardiola? The board went and said, what do you need? Pep Guardiola said, I need these players. They went and got them players. They rectified their problems. With Jurgen Klopp has not had the same backing. You said it first, Biff. You sold Lovren a centre-back and you bought a left-back. That's not his replacement. That's his facts. I'm pretty sure Jurgen Klopp wanted a centre-back to begin with. But he was told he couldn't get one until now, last day of this January transfer window, he's going and got one. That's his facts, bro. It's not made up, it's his facts, yeah? When it comes to Liverpool this season, I get it. Injury shouldn't be the reason why you can't beat West Brom and you lose to Burnley. But, bro, I'll be honest with you. The damage is already done when you're having to play, you said it best, Henderson at centre-back. Bro, I don't care if we're playing well defensively. Your midfielder shouldn't be playing there. You said it yourself, Driv. Them man had to play Fernandinho there. We saw that blueprint. And we had to go. FSG allowed Klopp to do the same thing until the last minute. That's unfair. So yes, Klopp does take some blame because certain decisions he's made where you look at it and go, why would you play him? Why when Firmino's playing poor, why are you still playing him? Why not play Origi? But at the same time, a lot of it, in my opinion, bro, is a mixture between Klopp and FSG. Because if FSG backed Klopp in the summer where he needed to get actual plays that he needed to get, not just the 3 plays that we got, he needed more, we could all see it, yeah? We would have been in a better situation. That's my opinion anyway.
Mr. Wilson, one sec, Drew. Mr. Wilson 82. I'd never thought we'd miss Jota this much, as he's pretty much our plan going forward. Last season, we were nicking so many games by the odd goal. Very true. Jose, thank you very much for your super chat. FPL skills. What centre-back pairing would you start against City?
I don't know. The two dinner ladies, isn't it? What's her name? Carol and something. Them ladies there.
I'd probably go Kabak and Phillips.
You start Kabak.
Bro, we have to. We need Hendo in midfield, bro.
Bro, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, sorry. I'd start Kabak and Fabinho because Fabinho is meant to be back. And then I'd play Hendo in midfield. I'll
be honest with you. I genuinely don't even know to start. I genuinely don't even know. Genuinely. Because throwing him in the deep end is either going to work or it's going to absolutely backfire. Like, real talk. Man's had no game time.
What can we do though, bro? James Anderson, with all my heart, thanks for the messages, boys. You man's always put a smile on my face. But tonight was disgusting. We'll be lucky to get top 4 trust. Yeah, big up to yourself, James. Obviously,
facts.
We all spoke to you individually and all that. Nothing but love for you, and you know we're here for you. Daniel Blake, long ball after long ball, cross after cross. We lack traditional wingers who can take on a man or get to the byline. And we need a natural striker.
Yeah. We all know that, though. We know that. I don't think our wingers can't take on players. Like Mane can take on a player. Let's be real. Let's not be silly now and act like Mane suddenly just dead or something. Like, bro, Mane is just injured, and normally, even when we've been playing badly, Mane does take people. He never shies away from that, and I think Mane is probably the best at taking people on out of the other 2. It's just the fact of it just hasn't been working. So I kind of disagree with that. Mane does take people
on. Chazzy, don't agree with Matt on keeping Cater due to injuries, but a fit Cater. Let me finish the chat, bro.
No. I won't say it to you. I'll just speak. That was just speaking out loud.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Chazzy goes on to explain what he's trying to say here. But a fit Cater leads to Liverpool scoring 2.8 goals a game, and without it, isn't even half. So he's kind of echoing what you've been saying.
Yeah, do you know what it is? The reason why I haven't even brought up Cater's name, and you man will bring him up more than me these days, is because I don't see him on the pitch, innit? Man's rehabilitating, doing some extra training. Until I see him on the pitch, I can't really say nothing, because it's all right bringing up these stats, which I agree with, because I still think, Naby Keita, when he's on the pitch, he makes Liverpool better. But If you can't stay fit, there's no point. Like it's like John Matip. It's the same thing, bro. Them man there are good players, but if they're not fit, why are we talking about them? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's just leave. Let's just not talk about injured players until they're back in it. Might as well, because they can't do nothing. They can't affect nothing.
Martin, Klopp isn't a tactician attacking the same every game. I don't know if I fully agree with that, but there is some evidence to support he's not as great a tactician as we may have thought he was. Klopp would have been fired if he was at Barca, Real Madrid, Munich. The guy's deluded. Let's not blame the injuries, please. We haven't lost to a top 6 team. Again, all right, so the teams you mentioned, Barcelona, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, do those 3 clubs pretty much get all the transfer targets they want every summer? Yes.
I'm still waiting to rebuttal what Matt said, by the way.
Okay, so I'll be very quick, Drew. I'll be very quick. Neil H, Kabak and Davies coming into a pressure cooker. Yep, that was my frustration with them coming in so late.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Joe K, I can feel my man Drift is fuming inside. That's why he's not saying much. I'm also sitting here staring into an abyss, dazed by this crap show season. Drifty, the floor is yours. Yeah, I know, but I can't swear. Mum watches.
Yeah, go on, Drift. Go on. Say what you're gonna say, bro.
I'm not gonna disagree with some of the things you said, Matt. Yeah, there are extenuating circumstances that have put us in this situation. That's a fact. You are right. I'm just gonna name a couple of games, and I want you to say yes or no. That's it. I don't even need us to go into a conversation.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
When we played Fulham, who had the best starting lineup?
Obviously, come on, you know that already.
When we played Burnley, who had the best starting lineup?
Obviously, Drift, but football don't work like that. I give it the best
starting lineup.
Liverpool had the best starting lineup in every game you mentioned.
So how the fuck are injuries the reason we're not winning these games? It's tactics, bro. We have to keep it.
Should I tell you why?
50, bro.
Should I tell you why?
We have to keep it $1.50, bro.
Some of the players.
It is tactics why we're not winning these games, bro. Like, I love Klopp to death. You lot know. I'm not all of a sudden just switching on the man. But, bro, I have to deep it. Deep it, man.
If that's what you're saying, should I tell you why? What you're saying is correct.
Southampton,
bro,
who had the best starting lineup in that game?
Bro, hear what I'm saying.
No, come on, man. Who had the best starting lineup in all these games?
Bro, but if football worked like that, yeah, really and truly, Barcelona and Real Madrid should not be losing any games in the Liga, and neither should Bayern Munich. I get what you're saying, bro. I do, seriously, because when you look at the team that we're playing, of course we're better than them. But bro, here's the problem: it don't matter how good your starting lineup is. Yeah, if confidence is low in the camp, yeah, confidence is key in football, bro. So when we were going through them bad patches and we lost big players like Virgil, who's also big in the dressing room, bro. Certain men have shrunk. That's what's happened, in my opinion, this season. Confidence is not there, bro. And it doesn't matter how good, bro. I'm telling you, bro, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you're not confident, bro, you can look like anything.
Tottenham with a good performance, scoring the winning goal at the end of the game, and into the next game and play like.
What does that matter? So you beat one team in how? Bro, that's a small sample size.
And West Ham back to back. What's the confidence issue today?
Come on, because it's inconsistency. Because it's inconsistent.
Yeah,
you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Miss my super chat, Cal. Jabba, just write your message again and I'll try and get to it. I think Monty makes a good point here, though, Drift. No, Drift, you're going by individuals, not players playing in their proper positions. You have, you can't.
Them in, no. Apart from the fact that we're struggling with the centre-back team, which obviously I do get, who plays people in their wrong position? Who put Shaqiri wide left today for no reason? Come on, man. These things we have.
No, guys. That I agree. That I agree.
All right,
any other manager.
But Jeff, he's talking about.
Be saying he's a shit manager,
bro. Hear what I'm saying though. The person that just brought up that said players playing in their positions. I think he's also talking about we're having to play midfielders at centre back. That's another key thing that takes away from your build-up play. Bro, Henderson is not Van Dijk at centre back. No matter how good Henderson is at passing, he's not Van Dijk. He doesn't even have that aura at the back. We know this, bro.
Yeah,
Nat Phillips is a centre back. Yeah, he's playing his position. Doesn't have the aura of Matip and Gomez. Teams are more likely to have a go. When you lose your aura, especially what happened against Burnley and Brighton, this is what happens, bro. Teams think they have a chance and they start to attack you more. It's like in boxing. If you know you've wounded a man, you're gonna go and jump on him. But at the start of the fight, you're thinking, right, let me suss him out. Look what Dustin Poirier did to Conor McGregor. He waited for the moment and he thought, nah, he's hurt. I'm gonna go in for the kill. Man didn't go for the kill straight away because you can sense danger. That's what teams are doing now. The aura's gone. The aura's gone. The aura's gone. That's what I'm gonna say. The aura's gone.
How many goals do we concede in a game?
I don't even know. Who cares?
I don't remember the last
time
we
winning games.
2 goals in a game.
We're not winning games.
In the league, it's on average 1 a game.
Or almost none, right? Because a lot of those games were 0-0s. Newcastle was 0-0, was Fulham 0-0 as well, right? A lot of
1-1.
Was it 1-1? A lot of these games are no goals or 1 goal. So again, I get where you lot are coming from to an extent, but I'm sorry. It's not like we're letting in 2 or 3 goals of really dead, sloppy defending. We're like, it's clearly obvious this is all defensive.
No, attacking.
Not playing, all of a sudden we can't attack.
Bro, what you're missing, but you're missing my point. Even though I'm talking about defense, you do realize that defense helps the attack. It's about your build-up play. It's about everything. It's about aura. When Virgil van Dijk is on that pitch, he gives aura, bro. Remember when we was talking about how, I know we're not in the tunnel now.
In all these games, Matt, we've got majority possession. Like, it's not like we're just getting batted up by all these teams we play against. Like, listen, what I'm saying is, every other team, if they were doing what we're doing, would be questioning their manager. What I'm saying is, I'm now questioning Klopp. I'm not saying he's crap. I'm not saying nothing. I'm questioning. I need to know why he's doing the same shit every game and he's clearly not working and he continues to persist.
Yeah, that I understand.
So, let me just read out team chats for that.
I'm talking about confidence in the team is gone, bro.
We just won 2 in a row, bro. How can the confidence be gone?
Guys, let me just read
out.
So
because you win 2 in a row, that means everything's all back and rosy.
No, but it means you should have confidence to beat Brighton.
No, I hear what you're saying, but bro, we've been inconsistent all season since we've had injuries, though. Bro, you ain't gonna win 2 games and think that everything's fixed, you know. You do realize that, right? If that's the case.
But you beat Brighton at home, bro.
Bro, we lost to Burnley at home. They took our soul. Man ain't recovering right now.
Nah, there's serious questions. I've got a lot of questions. Sorry, Cal. We're going off on a tangent.
King of Pogu, Drift is right. Klopp has been diabolical. Say it. Jammer's super chat was Pep wanted a centre back after Company left. Board said no. Man City missed Edison, Cancelo, Walker, Zinchenko, Laporte, Aguero, Torres, Mahrez, Gundogan, Jesus, KDB, Bernardo, all at one point this season. All right, so Jammer, what you've said is technically factual. He wanted a centre back when Company left. He wanted an expensive centre back. The board said no to an expensive centre back. He could have chosen a different centre back. In the same way, Klopp only wanted Virgil and decided not to pick another centre back. So he still could have got a centre back. Yes, Man City have lost players at different points of the season. Those players you've listed, though, have any of those apart from Aguero been a long-term injury? They haven't. What I will say in regards to your argument, Matt and Drew, I kind of sit in the middle. I don't think Klopp's been rubbish this season, but I think there are certain moments where he's been really bad and made some terrible
Agreed.
But at the same time, you can't turn around and say when we lose it's Klopp's fault, but when we win it's the players. Like, that's what I don't agree with. I think there have been some games where Klopp has been very good. You did, Drift. You said we've kind of been winning games because of individual brilliance.
No, that I said in the West Ham game, that's how we won the game. I didn't say all the games. I said in the West Ham game, if you really deep it, first half was actually crap. And in the second half, it was Salah individual brilliance that won us the game. And plus, once we went 1-0 up, we kind of relaxed. And then, this is the thing about us as well. If we take the lead and we're not chasing the goal, then all of a sudden we somehow kind of start to be our old selves again. And that's how we do play well in some of these games when we score first. If we don't get that goal and it's 0-0, we're chasing, or we all of a sudden go 1 behind, and it's very similar. If you look at the way we've gone back with the games we've lost, it's very similar. Southampton, the whole pattern of play after Ings scored that goal was very similar. When you look at the game today, the Burnley game, After that team scores, it's very predictable, sameish, panicky, chasing the game crap. And you see that
when we can see
that's where Klopp
when we can see
way more influential over the team and say, guys, this isn't working. I'm not happy. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. What about this? We worked on this in training, blah, blah, blah. But to me, it almost seems like he stands there and he just hopes somebody bails us out with a bit of individual brilliance instead of actually being like, yeah, I've got to change this. I've got to stop this crossing to nobody crap that we keep doing. Every time Trent gets the ball, he literally hopes there's going to be somebody in what would be considered
we said that he's spamming the thing. We know that. We know that.
The ball into the box, and you know what? If he doesn't do that, he cuts it back to the player who's more like on the edge of the 18-yard box, kind of a bit like 10 yards more infield, and they do a stupid pointless back post, dink, cross, whatever the fuck that is.
I agree.
We're doing the same shit every fucking
Bro, I hear
game.
that. But you know why?
Every fucking game we're doing the same shit.
I hear that, but you know.
How is it not on Klopp?
So I'll tell you why it's fine. It's fine
on,
margins
man.
because you tell you why it's fine margins. What you're saying is correct, yeah. But here's the joke: if Salah puts that in, we tie the game, and who knows? Maybe we're going to win it. Maybe we're going to lose. But this is what I'm saying. When I say the confidence ain't there, it doesn't matter if you won 2 games, bro. We're so inconsistent. You can see it in us, the way how we play. Like, how can Salah score them 2 goals, but then not score the 2 goals he scored today? You know why? Inconsistencies. It's that simple, bro.
James Anderson, is it possible Klopp is on a decline like Dortmund? I think we'll only be able to answer that question next season, if I'm going to be honest.
By the way, to defend Klopp with the whole Dortmund thing, he wasn't on the decline. He just got absolutely fed up of having to start again every single summer. Like, I mean, how long was he meant to work those miracles? Once Lewandowski went to Bayern, I think he thought, fuck this. Like,
Lewandowski, and then Götze, and then Hummels. Bro,
no, Götze went first.
No, I'm just talking about the collective.
That was when he said, what's the point in this?
Yeah, he did. He was just like,
that was when, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's different.
I'm very much against this narrative that Klopp just declined at Dortmund.
That's different.
Or whatever it was.
I'm not. It's a different thing. It's a different thing.
Indigit, I hope I said that right. Matt is right. There's a human. Let's say you're playing with your mates and before the game your main man don't turn up, your team heads drop. I don't think that's an excuse at this level. With all due respect to the super chat, I don't think that's an excuse at this level. We don't have goal scorers. It's that simple. If Salah's not scoring, who else is scoring? It's a difficult match to win without a striker. Thiago is a Spanish John Joe Shelby.
So this is where one thing I will say about this other super chat, even though I don't fully agree with everything that you said. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree. Like your heads drop if your brother's not there or whatever, or the guy that's the man where you're like, he's not playing, but you might play different. And this is why when I say Virgil van Dijk, it's not about on the pitch, it's about off the pitch, yeah? When even Liverpool are in transition and when Liverpool have the ball, remember, they're probably thinking in the back of their heads, right, we've got Nat Phillips at the back of Henderson. This ain't Virgil van Dijk. This man can't bail us out, you know? It's a different mentality you have. You just play different. You may not even realize you're doing it, but you're going to do it because you're realizing your brother ain't there. That brother there that you know is the best defender in the world is not in your team anymore.
I don't think we can use it as an excuse.
No. You have to get... No, what? It's not an excuse. What I'm trying to say is, I don't like it, but it's what I'm seeing.
But then
you can't tell me.
But then you have to question the rest of the players. Like for me, Matt, I've got to be honest. No, I'll be real with you, Matt.
Shall I tell you why? And I'm going to call you out on this thing that you said just quickly. And this may not even be what you kind of meant. When you talked about Wijnaldum taking people on, Wijnaldum hasn't hardly taken people on that much this season. He was doing it when Van Dijk was there, but now Van Dijk's not there, he's not doing it. Are we talking about maybe Klopp's told him not to do that? We're talking about because he knows the safety net is not there. That safety net of Virgil van Dijk ain't there no more. And now it's Matip.
Gini's actually done it more since Van Dijk's been out of the team. He's been taking on players more since Van Dijk's been out of the team.
I disagree with that. I think he's kind of been this. No, I disagree.
Well, he has. That's.
I don't think he has.
He has.
That's your opinion, but cool.
Like, the whole thing with like if Virgil's not there, like bro, Virgil's not been there since October. Like you've got to deal with it. Like
I'm not saying you. Listen, this is what I'm not the players, you know.
Man, let me land.
Yeah, land. And
I'm saying we can't, as a club, turn around and say that or use it as an excuse. For me, it's not a viable excuse. Like, don't get me wrong, if we don't win the league and Virgil's not there, I get that, innit? But to drop points against the teams we've dropped points again, I don't think that can be put down to not having a commanding figure like Virgil. Like, we should have enough in the team to beat these other teams. Like, again, granted, Virgil affects our patterns of play and how we build up and how we defend, how we attack. I get that. But the moment Virgil's out of the team, we as a club, whether that be the manager, Pep, the other coaches, the squad, you have to find a different way of doing things. You have.
What you're saying, I fully agree with. I'm not saying that I want to be right. I'm not saying these excuses. I'm just going by what I'm seeing on the pitch. The reason I even say this is because of this. I don't want to talk about them, but I kind of have to use like an example. Man City theoretically lost 2 players last season. What happened to them, bro? They couldn't even put up no title challenge. They lost 1 centre-back. 1. We've lost 3. So even if it's not Virgil, we've lost 3, bro. We've lost 3. They lost 1. And they lost 1 winger in Sane for the whole season. And then man capitulated. What did you feel? What did people think was going to happen to us? People, This is what I'm saying. When I come on the show and was being negative, and then people didn't want to hear it, and now I'm telling people the truth, they don't want to hear it. All right, cool. I'll say nothing. People didn't want to hear it when I said, let's not get overjoyous now, because I could already see we're inconsistent. Let's not get too pally. When you man were getting gassed, I was like, yeah, I'm on it, but we have to calm down a bit.
No, what did I say?
I'm not on that level, because I could see this was going to happen. But again, I ain't going to say nothing.
My exact words were, no, I'm going to live in this moment, because I have no idea when this moment will happen again. And look, I don't know when that moment's going to happen again. So I had to live in that joy in that moment.
All right. So
it's frustrating. It's not about, and you know what it is, Cal and Jim, it's not about being right. It's just frustration, because we're all, do you know what it is? I generally think we're all right in our own arguments, you know? That's my honest view. I think we're all right. I don't think no one's wrong. I just think there's so many things going on with Liverpool, whether it's the lack of personnel, whether it's Klopp, whether it's FSG, whether it's like whatever. We're all right. The chat is right. Everybody is right. The problem is, though, is that I don't see where the fix is going to happen, because we're more than halfway into the season and we haven't rectified anything. That's my worry. That's what I will say.
Yeah, but that rectifying is down to tactics as well. We can't just always keep on going FSG.
No. Bro, you didn't hear what I said. I said there's all 3 factors. There's loads of factors, bro. I just said that.
all right, I'm going to read these super chats and I'm going to throw something at you guys.
So I agree with you, but it's a lot more.
Chazzy, are you guys worried about Klopp having another season like Dortmund? I'm seeing shades of the same games from them. We kind of just briefly discussed, Drift kind of just discussed that, and I don't agree. There are some things he was doing, like his last Dortmund season, he was playing a high line when he shouldn't have been, and they were getting exposed for that quite a bit. That's the only similarity I see between us and them. The Fire Blaster, managers and players drop form. City and Pep did it last year. It happens. Don't infuse too much with this. City are back. We will be back too. The difference between us and City is City can go out in the summer and spend 100 million on 2 centre-backs, one of which sits on the bench. We can't spend 40 million to put a player on the bench.
But this is
what I'm saying. Like, we can't be compared to City. Like, we can't.
You can't, but that's why I even still use them in an argument, because they lost 2 players. In fact, they lost 1 player in defence, mainly 1 in it. We've lost 3, bro. Yeah. It's mad. And they can just go and fix the problem by going and getting Ruben Diaz. Well, we should have been like, you know what? Klopp's in. FSG should have gone, do you know what, yeah? We believe in Klopp. He's won us the league. He won us the Champions League. He's in trouble. We need to help him. Even if it means, all right, so in the summer, we were going to get that big centre-back. We're going to have to go and get him now in January. Let's bring the plans forward. So, do you know what I'm trying to say, Cal? Why didn't they go big and go and get Upamecano? And I know people say Egypt, I'm using an example, like the big centre back that we were supposedly trying to get. Why didn't you try to get him in January?
To be honest, again, it wasn't even a case of needing Upamecano. If you knew that Kabak was one of the players, or Kaletakar was one of the players, get them early in the window, or Botman, get them early in the window. Give them a chance, innit? Right now, we're not giving David and Kabak a really good chance. Let's be honest, we're not.
No, we're not.
We're throwing them into a waterfall, and they're standing at the bottom, and we're telling them to climb up the waterfall. Like, it's not good. Promo, we are LFC, not VVDFC. We should be beating Brighton.
I hear that, but man never said that. See, this is why I don't understand why people can't understand what, like, anyway, it's cool, innit? It's cool.
Frank Fowler,
Listen to what man's saying,
the league
bro.
last season. Imagine the league was voided last season. This was happening now. 7th European Cup incoming. I love the optimism, people. I can't get on that boat with the 7th Champions League trophy. Indigit, Matt, you're bang on. We've lost everyone. Man City got 81 points last season. You'd be lucky. That's what I was going to say to you guys. So everyone says Man City capitulated last season. I don't fully agree with that. We got 99 points last season, you know. Like what Man City and Liverpool had been doing for those seasons. Like Man City did what? The Centurions, then they did 98 points. Then we did 97 in that season. Then they did 81 the following and we did 99. That's not normal. Like what we did though, like collectively, both teams, what we did those 3 seasons back to back, that's not normal. So to say that we like Man City capitulated, they didn't. We were just a different animal.
But did they? But you see, this is where I slightly disagree. Man City did capitulate, but then no one else was even looking to challenge them. Remember, there was nobody else other than Man. Remember, Man United won't do nothing. Chelsea won't do nothing. Spurs won't do nothing.
They finished on 81 points. The next team finished on 66.
This is what I'm saying. So, by their standards, they capitulated. They did. It's just that other teams couldn't even take advantage of them capitulating because last season, everyone else was really, really poor, as well as Man City in that group. And I'll stress it again. I'm not blaming it on FSG. One thing I will say is this. They didn't act quick enough. It's that simple. They realized there was an issue when Van Dijk got injured, then they saw Gomez, then they saw Matip, and then they went, yeah, let's go get him something. Why would you wait till right at the end to go and do something?
AA, I'm not falling for that super chat, but thanks for sending in the donation. Thibaut, we're missing so many players this season, no fans, injuries, etc. Club needs credit. Jigsaw puzzle ain't complete if pieces are missing. Your thoughts on that? Is that, I mean, are we being a bit too harsh? Is that a valid point?
Sorry, read that again for me, sorry.
The pieces are missing for the jigsaw, innit? Yeah, there's a pieces missing.
We're missing so many players this season, no fans, injuries, etc. Club needs credit. Jigsaw puzzle ain't complete if pieces are missing.
Fans not being here is definitely playing a part. I watched that game today and I thought if there was a full Anfield, then that game probably doesn't go that way.
But I disagree. We shouldn't even need the fans to beat them. That's why I agree with you in that sense. Like,
yeah, but bro, that's just
it makes a difference.
Before we shouldn't use the injuries as an excuse, and we've got the best starting lineup when we look at the team sheets. At the
but I think that's. Shall I tell you why that's different? Because the player, shall I tell you why it's different? Because the fans are not on the pitch. The players are. That's completely different, bro. You can't even compare the two.
Yeah, but we can't even act like it's not a factor, bro.
No, what I'm saying,
the whole Liverpool factor in general, but we got to keep it up.
Bro, what I'm saying, what I'm saying
is why we pretty much win whatever we win.
Bro, I hear that.
And go down the line and go down the years, bro. Anytime our fans have been big and done what they need to do, it's helped get us over the line. Do you think that if the comeback happens, if it was 90% Milan fans and only 10% Liverpool fans, the way it was the other way around? No, bro, that comeback doesn't happen. Do you think what Dortmund if it's not Anfield? Do you think we beat Barcelona if it's not Anfield?
Bro.
No, bro, it's the crowd, bro.
If you think the crowd win every game, then that's
not win every game, but they play a major.
They play a major role, exactly. But that can't be a reason why we're losing games, bro. Because you want to know something?
Bro, let me just make it a little bit different for you, bro. Yeah, if you're playing a game, what can I make a real simple analogy? You're playing a game of FIFA. Yeah, you're playing online. You're not even using your user account. No one even knows this man like that. Yeah. You're just playing. You can lose that game. You can draw that game. Anything can happen. You're probably way more relaxed. There's not even any pressure. It's never going to affect what it looks like at the end of the thing in terms of like how good you look, how bad you look, whatever.
But not everyone's like that.
As soon as you go in there with man like Matt, and now you know everyone's watching, you're gonna up your game more. You're gonna be more switched on. Straight away, you're gonna be like, I need to perform because all these people are watching me. So even though they know we're watching on telly, it's easier to be detached from that reality when there's an empty stadium, there's no one there, and you're used to having all those people cheer you on. If you feel bad and someone goes, nah, well done, bro, give it, you'll be fine. It encourages you, bro. It cheers you up. That's how humans work.
No, bro. I know,
bro.
Bro, I hear that.
At the moment, bro.
I hear that. But what you also got, bro, what you got to remember is this though. Even though we have the best fans in the world, and that is facts, yeah, because our fans have taken us over the line, so to speak, yeah. It's still the players that have got to rise to those fans, regardless. It's still the players that have got to make those actions. So even when, and you look at other teams as well, they haven't got no fans either. We can't just sit here and go, oh, because of Liverpool, our Liverpool fans would have taken us over the line. Bro, there's every other team in the Premier League don't have fans, bro.
Yes.
So we can't just sit here and go, oh, well, there's no Anfield, there's no fans, so we can't win games now.
No. I'm not saying this to be an end all. I'm saying it is taking this part. And I tell you
what, it has.
Wherever Sheffield United.
It has.
Wherever Sheffield United.
They're starving out here.
And what was it that kept them in the league last season and made them play so well? Was it not their home form?
Shall I tell you what? It was their home form. But shall I tell you what as well?
Was it not their home form?
Bro, shall I tell you what as well?
I'll be genuinely honest, off the top of my head, I genuinely don't know.
Bro, should I tell you something just as well? They were unknown quantity.
That kept them doing what they did last season.
But bro, they were unknown quantity as well. Remember last season? You see when you
obviously there's parts to play.
Well, you have that.
It was their fans. There's some teams who fans don't matter to, and there's some teams who do. I'll even give a little bit of respect to Man United on this. They've lost 5 games at Old Trafford this season, you know. When have you ever heard Man United lose 5 games at Old Trafford?
No, bro.
I'll be honest. I'm sorry to cut you on this one, Matt. That's kind of happened the last few years with Man United.
Not at Old Trafford.
Yes, brother, it has.
They do, bro. They lose quite a few games.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't really remember Old Trafford. I don't really remember them having a terrible home record.
Their home record.
I don't really ever remember that.
But it's their home record. Probably they haven't lost away from home in like a year, calendar year. But it's their away record.
That's the lockdown has been happening. That's my point. But if you go back to when the crowd was there, Man United with a crowd never have a worse home record than an away record.
So I'll tell you what it is. Even though what you're saying is right, yeah, in terms of like fans obviously affecting us, that is true, yeah. But bro, this stemmed from last season. So it's not like it just happened like literally yesterday and we were like, right, no fans. How are Liverpool going to cope? But they should have got used to this by now. No. But regardless, they should have got used to this by now. Because you want to know something? When players come up in football, how many people do you think watch them when they're trying to make their grade? Not many people. And then as they get bigger and bigger and better, you get more fans, yeah? So you can't even... So again, it's like, yes, fans are a part, but when you started your craft, there was no fans. When you're playing in school and you've got only your mum and dad and a couple of other mum and dads watching you, you're not really thinking about crowd because you should be locked in regardless.
Yes, I get that.
Sorry.
I'm not
saying you're locked in, fam. Tyler, when you play five-a-side, is there a big crowd? Are you bothered?
It's playing a part, bro. I'm telling you.
It is, but I just don't think it should be as big as what it. And even if you're right, what I'm trying to say, it shouldn't be as big. That's my issue. It shouldn't be as big. If you are correct.
I just want to. Joyce out. So Callum, disappointment, the super chat's not being read. So guys, I'm going to be honest with you. The chat is moving stupidly fast. We're obviously here to give you debates and stuff. So apologies if we're not reading out super chats. But I think without coming across arrogant, I hope it doesn't. I think we've got a lot of credit in the bank with you guys to know that we don't ignore super chats on this channel. Like a lot of other channels don't even read out the super chats. We make sure we do our best to read out super chats and other comments as well. So when we're not doing it, there's a reason. It's not because we're deliberately doing it. So just want to clear that up. As is, we haven't won 4 games in a row since February 2020. That's not good at all.
Bro.
That's not
good. We haven't scored at Anfield since December 20. I think it's December 27th. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't even know where I got that date from.
Zach Keys, we can't beat teams that play 2 banks of 4. That nullifies Klopp 4-3-3. He didn't change 17-18.
I was waiting for that comment
all over again.
Yeah, it started with Atletico, you know. It started with them man there, the 4-4-2.
Ice. Greetings from Orlando, Florida, guys. Drifty is 100% right on this one. We're mad predictable, and that has to do with tactics. a large proportion I agree with. There are some things I agree with Matt on, some things I agree with Drifty on, and vice versa. Some I disagree on both as well. Being a 12, predictability, cross merchants, easiest to prepare for. All issues mentioned today. Common theme, poor coaching. Could see on Drifty's face weeks ago he wanted to address Klopp, and now he's being sincere, and I can't blame him.
It's hard. It's hard to say the truth, and it's hard to speak about people who you love in a bad way. But you lot know I always try and be that bearer of truth. And I'm just keeping it $1.50. Klopp has a lot to answer for this season. He does. I can't hide away from it anymore. What I'm seeing in the pitch is terrible coaching at the moment. This honestly, I can't believe how much we do the same shit over and over and over and over.
No,
again.
agreed.
I feel like I'm Bill Murray right now, living in Groundhog Day. I'm not even joking. Like it's a joke.
But I think it. Do you know what it is? I think it's also a collection of things as well. I think yes, Klopp is to blame for some of it, but I also think there's other factors as well. That's what I've been trying to say, and that's why when people were having a go at me, and I'm going to stress it again, when I was the one that was supposedly being negative, people were having a go at me for being negative, and then when I come out and say what I got to say, people don't want to hear it. It's actually kind of mad still. There's only room for one villain on the show, innit? You can't have two, bro.
Quanelli, players like motivation in the league. We need to rebuild, and that depends on the funds. Let's not turn on Klopp yet. Look, Drifty's not turned on Klopp. I want to stress that. I'm not even going to let Drifty say that.
The elephant.
He's not turned on Klopp. He's just saying these decisions need to be questioned. He's right to question it. It's like it's the same thing we discuss when Salah has a bad game. We say Salah was poor today, and people say, "Oh, can you say that about Salah?" Like, we speak about individuals in regards to the situation that's happening, not as an overall person. Drifter's never once said he wants Klopp out, whether it be on the stream or off camera. He's never said that.
I never will say that.
Stephen, I'm with Drift. Momentum was with us. Was without us. With us, sorry. Today's highlights: JK's failure with the second/cup teams. One specific system fits all. Cal might be onto something with Buvac. MP once again. I'm not gonna keep on going on this, but can't be asked to read out everyone's super chat. With all due respect, unless you are a YouTuber and you know how this works behind the scenes, you'll know that I am not ignoring super chats. And anyone who's a regular here will know I don't ignore super chats. So with all due respect, if you don't like what we're doing here, then feel free to tune into another channel where you'll send a super chat and they won't read your super chat either. So we'll leave that there.
Just for people to just get a little bit of insight, because it is a bit annoying that some people are thinking this on purpose. Depending on what your contribution is during the super chat, guys, I'll just tell you, it will stay in a timer for a certain amount of time. And obviously, as Cal said, when the conversation's flowing between you guys, especially, YouTube only allows a certain amount of chats to be within the whatever you want to call it, the comment section. So let's say there's 200 that are allowed in. If your super chat is here and then 200 people make a comment within that minute, it pushes your super chat to a point where we can no longer see it. It's actually something that we've sent some emails and some suggestions to of ways that they can maybe help us as YouTube to stop this from happening. So when you say you missed the super chat, guys, understand it disappeared. It isn't we just decide we can't be asked to read it anymore. And at the top, it does keep some super chats where we can't bring it up on the screen, but it will still tell us. But once the timer runs out on it, that disappears as well. So sometimes the super chat that is of a bit more currency will stay for a bit longer, which does help. But the smaller super chats, they disappear within minutes. So it's never, ever on purpose, ever. There's no way any of us, especially while Cal's hosting, would ever deliberately not read the super chat. All it is the chat is moving so fast, it pushes the chat out of the where we can read it. That's it.
Yeah, as I said, it's not everyone moaning like that. Some people are genuinely flagging, saying there's missed super chats. But when I see comments like that, it's like, come on, just think outside the box. If you're new to the channel, fair enough. If you're not new to the channel, then you should know by now we read out all super chats. Like, come on.
Plus, again, I just want to stress. This is why we said, guys, when people start to make jokes and spam, oh, you missed my super chat. That's why we say, guys, be serious when you're saying that. Because, of course, if you send it again as a normal chat and it was a legit one, we will read it out. But don't lie, because then that causes confusion with the people who genuinely did send one. That's why we said, guys, can you please not do the fake spamming, you missed my super chat, when there's genuine super chats that we do need people to let us know about. So, again.
So Chazzy, 50-50 blame on Klopp and the players. We will get better. Miss Super Chat, banter aside, as a United fan, you're now seeing what American ownership does. They'll run your profits dry, be consistently unreliable, or back the squad each summer. Hashtag needs discussing. Oh, we will discuss. We will discuss. Sly Ross haven't won 3 games in a row since the first 3 of the season. Our consistency is gone. Been poor since Watford. Go back to 17-18 heavy metal and hope. We can't. We ain't got
even heavy metal anymore though, because we're not pressing.
And we can't. We ain't got a Coutinho. We ain't got a Coutinho to do heavy metal. No beats. Players are tired, lads. Same core for 3 years. That's a good point as well. Please also, guys, smash the like button. Smash the like button.
For real. Over 1,500 in the chat, man.
Smash it. Should have at least 1,000 likes on this, so please do smash the like button. Stephen, no individual should be singled out today. I know we've read that one as well.
Okay, let me ask you something real quick, yeah.
Sorry, let me just get through your super chats.
I just saw a chat that's kind of mad.
Can I ask you guys to actually stop with the super chats for now, because we're going to get into player ratings, and again, I don't want to keep on going back and forth with people who are saying that we're missing them on purpose. So if you stop with the super chats for now, we'll speak about the player ratings and then we'll get back into it.
What kind of talk is that?
Genie Houdini, Brighton, Liverpool. What's the name of your home field? Liverpool is called, and Brighton. It doesn't matter what your name is. Damn shame, shake my head. Yeah. Everyone's turning up like the Rock at the moment.
I don't even really laugh at the shit. It's funny, man.
A-Spec Limited. After our title win, I remember the language used by players and Klopp was, "We've reached our dreams and we go again." Mentality shift, guys. I disagree with that, A-Spec. I vividly remember Klopp saying, "We won the title, which we're happy about, but next season we don't defend, we attack the league."
He did say that.
He had the mentality of doing this again. Monkey City lost 9 games last season. We'll be back. Come on, Allison, VVD, Gomez, Matip, Fab, Keita, Jota, Mane is massive. In Klopp, we trust. You'll never walk alone.
I trust Klopp. I just need to ask him what he's playing at this season. What is he playing at this season? I've never seen this before. I've never seen us be so predictable and look so bereft of ideas and bored. We look bored. That's what the players look bored. We don't even press anymore.
Yeah, the press. I was saying to James on the stream with him, we are so easy to play out from the back against now. Like before, you couldn't do that, but now it's like Brighton were popping the ball out of defense easily tonight. Since Klopp's come here, when have teams popped the ball out from the back easily against us? Unless you're a Man City.
Because we don't press, bro. We don't press. You see, when teams play out from the back, we don't press like how we used to press, you know. And you know, you used to lead the press. Who was the leader of the press, Cal?
Mane.
Well, the original leader of the press was Lallana.
Oh, Lallana.
No. All right, but in recent years, not Mane. It was. I would consider it was somebody else, or at least that person will make a strategic move, and then Mane might go. So it's kind of a combination of both of them.
A combination of Firmino and Mane.
Bro,
yes, the onus was mainly on Firmino.
Bro, you see Firmino, yeah? Somebody read out his numbers on one show that I was watching about his pressing numbers, yeah? Bro, his pressing numbers from the last 3 years have just declined, bro. And I don't know whether that's because...
Could that be teams playing differently against us as well, then, Matt? In terms of...
No. The reason why I'm saying they're not, because as you said, because teams teams will sometimes still play out from the back, knowing that we don't press the same.
Now they are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They didn't really do.
No, not a couple of years ago. That's what I'm saying. When Firmino was like, again,
at his peak,
yeah, bro. I used to say to Drift all the time, it's not even necessarily about his pressing. He sets traps, you know. Firmino is one of the best pressers I've ever seen, bro. I'm not even joking. I'm not saying like he's over Liverpool, brother, that I've ever seen. He used to set traps for people because he looked at where Mane and Salah were, and he used to anticipate and go, I think the ball's going to go there, so I'm going to go here. Bro, it's like the man was playing chess.
Yeah, his interception count is well down.
Bro,
I know that.
now, bro, now I can't even.
To hit Kopish, the only people we have to blame is ourselves. We were at the top, lost games, and know we'd probably be in a Europa Cup soon. Embarrassed. I don't think Firmino's playing checkers. He's just not playing any ball. He's playing Ludo. Or frustration. He's just pressing down on the middle, trying to get double six, and he can't get out of the house. Ran Rodriguez, guys, at this point, I'm like, let these unproven defenders play and give us our midfield back, and we lose by getting outscored. Well, it is what it is, but it couldn't get any worse. Attackers look dead. I wouldn't agree with that. If we played Reece and Nat as our centre-back partnership, it could get ugly. I'm not.
No, do you know why he said that?
I agree with what you said. We've signed 2 players now. I'm not gonna lie. From Man City onwards, it's either Nat and Kabak or it's Davis and Kabak. I'm being real. We got nothing.
Fabinho centre back.
No, Fabinho's going back into midfield. We got nothing to lose anymore. We're dead out here. No, honestly, we're dead.
All right. This is why I don't agree with that. This is why I'm going to read that.
Well, you want to take Fabinho as centre back in the current state that we're in?
I want to put Fabinho in front of the defence, hoping that means.
I want to see his Drift, but it's risky.
That's a risk.
Hendo back in midfield, and I want to play either Thiago with Henderson, or do you know what? I'm gonna keep it real. You know that's my guy. But you know what? Even if it's got to be Gini and Hendo again for that pure energy, and we just start going back to giving players no time on the ball. What we're doing right now, I'm sick of watching this shit. I'm sick of watching this shit. I feel like them 2 men there, all right, you know what? Let's go either prove to FSG that they don't know what they're doing when it comes to backing Klopp, or they go and prove to us that they did back Klopp properly and we got in the right players. Let's play Kabak.
So what are you saying? Risk it.
Let them get a partnership going, or play Phillips, because Phillips has actually been all right. Play Phillips and Kabak. Let them get a partnership going and put players back where they are. Fuck all this round pegs and square holes bullshit. I'm done with it. I want to either win the game with players playing where they're supposed to play, or just give up. Because what we're doing right now don't make no fucking sense.
Man's saying just rip off the band-aid and just go gung ho. We got no
playing centre back 3 games in a row. The fuck, man,
bruv. Trust me, I don't want to see it. This is what I'm talking about. You don't want to see it.
T1 15 minutes is over. Back to talk about history. See you all in 30 years. Okay, T1. Thanks for the super chat. Gabriel, you can see this result happening after the first 15 minutes of play. The performance kind of reminded me of the Hodgson days. We are very much a bit like Conor McGregor, isn't it? If you get out of the
Hodgson days, that's no. Nothing.
Nothing.
Hodgson days was different.
We are a bit like Conor, though. You see how Conor in the first round is just a demon. Like if you get out of the first round, Conor, you're a chance. If you get out of the first 20 minutes to Liverpool, you're 9 times out of 10, you're all right. You know, you're literally all right, and that's got to change. To hear dock these player wages until they improve, I don't agree with that. They are humans at the end of the day.
A couple of these men ain't earning their money though.
Docking wages, you know.
Yeah, not gonna dock.
I know. Do you know what though? You'll see a man have that little bit of motivation the crowd normally gives him if he knows half his paycheck's going to charity after the game.
And you'll also see Mane start rassing at Klopp in the middle of the game, bro.
Yeah, you'll also see a lot of players leave.
It'll be different. Certain man ain't having that. You see when men
I agree. I actually think that there should be compulsory. There should be compulsory charity contributions made when you pull out performances.
You can't do that. You can't. I'll tell you what, even in normal, and I say normal, say you had a bad day at work. Say you had a bad day at work, or bad couple of days because it just weren't working for you. and your manager's like, yeah, Drift. By the way, like them deliveries you done today, you're not what you used to be, bruv. Yeah, I'm docking your pay. Are you telling me that manager is not gonna get a right hook, bruv, or he's not gonna get a stunner or RKO?
I give Drifty 1.75 seconds before he says words that he can't even use on the stream.
Exactly.
1.75 seconds.
You know that ain't gonna happen.
All right, we'll put it like this, yeah. In like, I don't know if you guys have ever done sales, but you know, sales is based on like motivation and
of course.
You get a basic salary, not really that good. Your commission will really make, like, if you work hard, you can turn your commission into something that makes you better than somebody who's in a way better job than you. You see what that does? That motivates.
So I'm allowed to use this comment.
A lot of the time,
no back pay.
No back pay.
They lose their
and then someone said no engaging the P.
And these guys don't no P. Are you mad?
They're not engaging, fam. They're not engaging.
Would you rather lose in the summer Salah or Mane? For me, Mane. Salah gets us 20 plus goals a season. Mane
I don't want to lose anybody. I don't want to allow it.
I don't want to.
Yeah. Man said cash
we need
them
both. This is the problem. Yeah, we can win games when one isn't playing and one is playing every now and again. But in general, we just need both of them performing at the same time, like they have. How many? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to ask you this question, and then we'll move on to player ratings, guys. So the table as things stand right now reads as follows.
Oh Lord.
No, hear me out.
Why are we doing?
Because it brings up a question I want to ask. So Man City, top of the league, 21 played, 47 points. Man United, Leicester, Liverpool, West Ham, who are next, have all played 22 games. Man United second on 44 points. Leicester on 42. Liverpool on 40.
We're not in the top four anymore.
No, we are top four. We're fourth.
I thought we're fifth. I thought we were fifth.
West Ham are fifth on 38. Everton are sixth on 36, but they have 2 games in hand. Tottenham are 33 points with 2 games in hand, and Chelsea are on 33 points with 1 game in hand. So as things stand right now, if Everton win their 2 games in hand, they go above us, which would drop us down to 5th.
Everton got 2 games in hand?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Jeepers. 2. They beat Leeds today, I think, innit? Is it Leeds?
I think so.
Yeah, 2-1.
Are we being too reactionary to say that top 4 is going to be a struggle, or that the league is definitely over? Especially if we beat Man United.
No, don't talk about the league. In fact,
I've already said my piece now. I've said I think the title race is over. I'm asking, are we being reactionary potentially?
No, we're not being reactionary. No, I don't think we are.
Time, bro. It's about time. You know when the corner's thinking, do we dash the towel in now? Bro, title race is done, man. Dash in that towel.
Yeah,
when it comes
towel's
to the top 4, though, bro, when you look at how tight things are in the top 4 race, and you look at the fact that let's keep it real. At the moment, it might not look like it, but at any moment under Tuchel or Mourinho, Tottenham and Chelsea could put a run together. They're not that far behind, you know. So, like, if they put a little bit of a run together, even they have to be included with West Ham, Leicester, and Everton, and these teams that are all now in the fight for it. We are in terrible form. I know we had 2 good games before this, but before that, with no wins in 5, we are in terrible form. It is not an exaggeration to say that top 4 is actually but it's more than under pressure.
I'll be real with you.
It's more than under pressure.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but if Everton finish above us this season, I might have to consider retirement from everything. I'm not joking. From the channel. I'm not joking. I'm saying it live on air. I might have to consider retirement. This is how I'm going to do it. I might have to consider it. If Everton beat us to full spot and we can't even get 4th, I'm sorry, something is seriously wrong. You may say that's reactionary, but I look at it like this, and I'm going to go to Drift's point. Look at the players Everton have, and look at the players that we have, even with all our injuries. Would you still think we have a better squad than Everton? Even like, do you know what I'm saying? Would you still think that, Cal?
No. Everton haven't got a better squad than us. Of course not.
And even so, and I've spoken about it.
I'd be devastated if Everton finished above us.
Bro,
Like,
if Everton beat us to top,
but I'm devastated
four,
when any team finishes above us.
But here's the killer. If they were to ever beat us into top 4 and we're trying to defend our crown and we can't even be in the top 4, yeah, everyone in the chat, we might as well go home. Like, I know you're all home, but we might just pack our bags, bro.
Man United, Leicester, Man City, Tottenham, all got European football. So have we, but I'll be honest, whether we get past Leipzig or not, I think the furthest we'll get is past Leipzig, and then I think we'll go out in the round after. Do you think that will have any bearing on their form potentially, especially the Europa League teams?
It could hurt them. It could definitely hurt them. But Man United are the only team there in the Europa League, aren't they?
Say again, sorry?
Sorry, Cal.
Aren't Man United the only team in the Europa League out of those?
No, Leicester are in the Europa League instead of Tottenham.
Yeah, they're both in Europa.
In Europe, I ain't paid attention. They come out their group and they're in.
Yeah, comfortably.
I haven't paid attention to the European thing. Yeah, it could, because obviously Leicester have got quite a weak squad in terms of their depth. So if they get a couple of injuries to their first team players, it will massively affect them. Man United having to play on, but you know what though? I know Solskjaer wants to win a trophy, but he might actually throw away Europa League if Man U are seriously still in the title come March. He might actually think, you know what? I need to prioritize winning the league because I'm pretty much in the top.
Sorry, were Man U in the league drift? Were they again?
They're only 4 points behind City.
Are they only 4 points behind? And they've got to play City.
They're 3 points behind City. City have got a game in hand. We're 4 points behind United.
Oh my gosh! And again, do you know why it hurts? Yeah, and this is why I'm sure every Liverpool fan can just relate to this. Yeah, this is not supposed to be our title defense this season. And within about 12 months, we capitulated. Whether it's because of Klopp, whether it's because of FSG, whether it's because of injuries, we just capitulated. That's the facts, yeah. But, bro, we haven't even... Remember, I don't even want to bring this up, but I'm going to have to. We haven't even had a parade for our last...
We ain't going to get one.
Bun the parade. Bun it. If we can't even get top 4, but why are we parading? Parade what? Are you mad?
Parade. Can't.
Mad thing, bro. You know what?
Limited. It's gonna hurt watching the City squad in a hotel, waiting to celebrate, waiting for the final whistle to go with us losing 1-0 to Sheffield United.
Sorry, Kat, I just have to bring it up again. We won the league, yeah. Obviously, in a time where it was unprecedented, yeah. No fans, no nothing. We didn't even have a parade, and
we couldn't even meet up. Me, you, and Drifty couldn't even meet up and celebrate it.
Nah, you can't. You just can't. You can't do that.
We couldn't even meet up. Let's be real.
You can't do that.
When was the last time you and Drifty even sat in a room together?
Probably back when everyone else saw us, when we were when we was in the studio, maybe.
February?
Was it February
2020? Yeah.
Sure.
Think about it. It's been a calendar year since all 3 of us have sat in a room together.
Do you know what it is as well? I love my club more than anything, bro. Obviously, like within reason, but like, why would it have to be Liverpool that wins a title in a pandemic? There's no fans, and then if fans do come back, you can't do nothing because. You can't defend it. You can't defend the title because you just gone from being sick to being dead. I'm done out here. You know. We actually think about it. Why Liverpool? Like we have to be that team that does things like that.
The only silver lining we can take from the whole situation is only 12 months prior. We had the best parade you've ever seen after one of the best Champions League games you've ever seen. So at least it's kind of fresh in the minds of how to do the whole parade thing. Like
this one would have been different, though, bro.
No, it would have.
This would have been different. 30 years we waited.
Look at the plans we had, bro. Look at the plans we had.
You man would have got some different footage, bro.
But who was part of that team who won the league? That wasn't part of the team that won the Champions League. Only Adrian, right? as far as I can think.
What are you trying to say,
Honestly,
Drew?
it was, didn't it? So
What are you
therefore,
trying to say?
at least all the players did get to have that feeling. At least Klopp got to have that feeling. Like, I know I'm just trying to put a little bit of positive on that whole parade.
There ain't no
It would have
positive.
been a
No,
better
there ain't no
parade, but at
no.
least we actually got to have one only 12 months before. So try and use that as a little bit of comfort.
Bro, there ain't no comfort right now, bro. There ain't no comfort.
To hear, I never celebrate when Liverpool win. You know why? This team shows no consistency. This team is dry, and I said we needed a striker in Jan. Front three are dry. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a muppet wearing a Salah wig and doing all this stuff. I feel like a muppet now. I feel like
you know what? You've got to take your happiness in small doses, because we knew it might not happen again. I sat there when Matt was saying calm down. I say, bro. I said, bro, this is not me saying the whole season is going to be amazing. I'm just going to live in this moment because I don't. Do you know what I felt like? I felt like a Norwich fan, or I don't know. You know, one of them teams where like Tranmere. You know them teams where
when they get a win, they go, yeah, they have to salivate the moment.
Christmas. You get what I'm saying? Like, because you're not used to winning. You know them ones there, like that's what I felt like.
Man said like they'll get one win in 10 and they're going out to celebrate, and them ones there like going over to your boys' yard with like let's go and have a drink and that go out to the town and that.
We're not getting top pizza tonight, boys. We're getting pizza. We've got a victory. What are you saying? You know what I'm saying? That's like
I'm bringing the bevies, mate. Bring the bevies out here. Bevies.
Yeah. No more government juice. Now we're gonna go and get us some cores. What are you saying? You know what I'm
Stellas, yeah.
We deserve it.
The Mitchell brothers.
Who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya?
You're still bottom of the league, though. Who gives a fuck? Who won today? You or me?
We're going out of town, mate. I'm in a bevy, mate. You talking about, mate?
The Mitchell brothers. System isn't working, but who are our game changers? Let's not be soft fans. We have mediocre players. Ox, Origi, Shaq, KR are trash.
Everyone's trash.
At the moment, but I think the first point was very fair. You look at our bench, and we rarely look to it for game winners.
Bro, look at the bench, and
but for a while it's been like that. I've had the bench for a while and thought.
Shall I tell you why? Though? Two big players are missing. Even like, and they're not like the players that have been out for the season. Jota and Mane. Because remember, if they start Origi and I don't know, maybe even Milner or something, whatever. Go off, so the bench looks stronger. But when you haven't even got them two,
Milner's not a game changer at this point.
No. But Milner can at least, I don't know, like he can.
Exactly. I don't know.
I don't know, bro. Help me out here. I'm searching. You know when you're like, I've lost the Wi-Fi reception. The things are searching.
No, I'll be honest with you. When the team's playing badly, it makes players look worse than they are, and everyone gets a bit reactionary in that regard. If we're talking about talent, I think our squad is extremely talented. All the people that people have a problem with now, based on the form that they're in, they are very talented players. Everything being bad at the moment is making it look worse than it is. As an individual, Ox, Naby, Shaqiri, these men are extremely talented players. You can't, because everything looks bad at the moment, don't actually question the ability of the player. That's what people are doing.
I know.
We're questioning his ability. It's like, what?
We're questioning whether these players can change a game when they come off the bench, and I don't think
they prove that they can.
Years ago, bruv, for example, I'm gonna be real.
Shaqiri can't change the game. Are you mad?
Football for Jota for the winning goal.
Yeah.
How often does it happen? Though?
How often does he come off the bench?
I'm not just saying it's one player. I'm saying that the squad as a whole, collectively, we don't have that many game changers on the bench.
I would say arguably. All right, if everyone's starting, the main players are starting, I'll say people that could potentially come off the bench that could change the game are Shaqiri.
No, I'm not saying they can't change a game. I'm not saying they can't. Yeah. I'm saying they don't do it often or consistent.
But Drift made the valid point. They don't even. In my opinion,
for a variety of reasons, Ox and KR are very injury prone.
That's true. That's true.
Origi seems like he's fed up with how he is being treated at the club.
But he can change the game. We've seen it with our own eyes.
I know we have, but bro, let's be like, all right. Here's a stat. Since the
You're just
Newcastle
talking about
game,
in recent memory. In recent memory, you have a point. You're right. In recent memory, that is
Origi
true.
hasn't scored a goal off the bench since the Newcastle game back in the 18-19 season. That's his last substitute goal, I believe.
But where's Joe K in the thingy to let? How many minutes was it, Joe, that he'd had before he started the game over there? Like 16 minutes he had in the whole Premier League, you know.
You're missing what I'm saying, bruv. This is not even me getting at Origi, bruv. I'm saying
no, I know it isn't, but I'm saying
you're saying we don't have natural game changers off the bench.
How many minutes have any of our bench players had? Because let's keep it real. This is one thing that I also say about Klopp that I do.
I know what you're gonna say.
He has got big favourites, big favourites, and I think he messes with the confidence of other squad members by always favouritising the people who are his favourites. When you look at Minamino as an example, let's just keep it real. I know Minamino up to the point, hadn't done anywhere near as well as we thought he would. He hadn't. We do have to be honest, but he played exceptionally well by whatever standards you want to put him at in that Crystal Palace game where we drummed Crystal Palace 7-0. He never played again for 5 games, wherein he only got something like 5 minutes or something in that. Was it the Burnley? He got like some stupidly.
I know the kids. And
then in the last day of the window, he's told to bugger off. Like,
he got thrown in against the kids. Remember, Aston Villa kids. He got thrown in against the kids.
All right, but let me ask you also a question. How many times has Minamino started a game or come off the bench and we thought he's going to do something?
Yeah, but once he does play a good game, reward him for it, though, bro.
No, I agree, but it's one good game in a calendar year.
No, but Cal,
what I'm saying, it was the last time we saw him start a match.
No, I agree.
He had a good game, and then he just got dashed.
So I'll tell you why it goes full circle. Cal, just quickly, this is why it goes full circle. Going all the way back to Driss Origi point, which is like how many episodes back? If Origi scores a goal, it's more times than not he don't start the next game. Remember the goal we scored against Arsenal, I think in either the FA Cup or League Cup or something. I don't think he started the next game. And this is the thing. Regardless of whether you have your favourites, when a player is like high on confidence or something like that, and then they get goals, you have to play them. You just have to. Because we've only done it recently with Jota. But remember, there's even a game where Jota scored. I don't think he even started the next game. And I think it was only the Man City game where Klopp had a conundrum and he was like, right, I'm going to play both of them kind of thing. Like sometimes you just have to look at it and go, well, my main player's out of form. This player has scored. I'm going to play them because this player scored. I need to keep his confidence up high. But again,
that Man City game, Matt, is a perfect example. Instead of just realizing that he should have rested Firmino and played Jota,
just drop him.
The whole system to just for Firmino. Crashing that.
And you're like, it wasn't trash, but it just didn't.
Come on, man, just to play your favorite. Like, come on, man.
No, it was the wrong decision, but I wouldn't say it was trash. It was the wrong decision. You're right, though.
No, Firmino was trash in that game. To me, everyone kind of played poor in that game. Like, it was a very
true. Maybe.
But like, if you're gonna change formation, the guy you do it for has got to at least pay you back with a good performance.
100. No, 100. Firmino played some decent passes in that game, but overall, though, he was underwhelming. His link-up play was decent. I don't know if you remember, his link-up play was actually kind of decent.
I'm not really having that anymore.
Carl, let's start the player ratings. We're 2 hours in nearly. When player ratings.
I know. Eric, D22B. If the new players hit the ground running, it could change everything with the boys moving back into the middle. Very true.
Just put them both in.
Love Div. Can we talk about that awful pass?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm the biggest Origi agenda guy. That pass was fucking terrible.
It's one pass, isn't it? Like we can't.
No, but you know what it is. Trent looked at him like, Trent kind of get a little
livid.
Do you know what it is? Trent kind of went.
No,
but you don't play, man.
You want to know something? After all those short corners that Trent has done, Trent can't say shit about that.
No, but you know what it is? The look on Trent's face, literally, you can see Trent was like, underneath his breath, he think, this is why man don't play, bro. But the pass was so bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw it, I was like, "What did you see?"
No. He thought that he could play the pass to Trent, but obviously passing's not his forte, is it? So
no, it really ain't, bro.
DA Robbo in the post-game interview. I'm guessing we aren't in title race. This is being-
Yeah, he's
Come on, man.
keeping it 100.
If you say we are, you look like an idiot.
Yeah. AA, when is COVID-19 part 2 coming? Season is over. Hopefully it's not coming.
For real.
So I leave that there. All right, play
Play
rate.
ratings. Yeah.
Kelleher.
7.5.
I think he gets an 8. Done nothing wrong. Made great saves.
No, he did. He did, but
Bad boy.
8.5.
I feel sorry for him.
I don't think he had enough to do to give him like one of those top ratings.
He made about 3 very good saves.
Very good saves.
He
Remember
did.
the save
He
where he
did.
palmed, and again he got slightly lucky because he palmed it, and I think Henderson cleared it. But the save in the first place, bro, that was going in, bro. When Kelleher's been playing,
That was a little bit of a just make the save and don't know where the ball went though.
No. Bro, the shot. No, but there was a defense.
Fine.
There was somebody. If I remember, they showed the angle where someone was in front of him, and he reacted a little bit late and palmed it to the side. There was nothing he could have really done other than try and push it to the side. Bro, he made some good saves.
I'm alright with that. But I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
Fair
We
enough.
lost to Brighton. I'm trying not to give anybody.
Yeah, no. I hear that.
Yeah, but we still have to judge the players on what they did.
I'm giving him an 8.
Kelleher literally is the one player of the team who could have done the least in terms of getting us.
Yeah.
Trent. What are we giving Trent?
Well,
I'll let you man go first.
I'm sick of that cross spamming. I don't even care about anything else. I'm just judging him on the spamming the crosses. I'm sick of it. Even as an individual, he's got to be intelligent enough now to think, yeah, this keeps coming to nothing. Stop doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop doing it. Like, come on, man. Even in Cobra Kai, he realized, nah, this is wrong. This is wrong. Like, my sensei keeps on telling me to do this dirty shit. Like, I've got my own brain. This is wrong. I've got to stop doing this now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even care if Klopp's on the sideline saying, keep crossing. If you know it's coming to nothing, take a bit of initiative.
Man's actually calling Klopp John Crease.
That's what I've been like, Drift. That's what I've been saying to you.
No mercy.
You see when you've been saying stuff like, "Oh, Genie don't travel with the ball because he's told not to," or Trent's told to keep on crossing the ball. That's been my argument. It's like, so what? These men ain't got a brain of their own. I don't know.
No, that's a little bit different now, bro. Because when Genie and Hendo are in midfield keeping possession because they're told to, that's beneficial for the overall game. Because if he wants us to keep possession, no matter where we are on the pitch, as long as we've got the ball, the tactics working. But if you're on the right-hand side of the pitch and you're just putting pointless crosses in all game, you're giving away possession and you're wasting time, bro.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so Trent should know not to do it then. So that's what I'm saying. It all can't be on Klopp. The players have to bear the blame as well.
No, you're right. Because you're right.
No,
even if you're being given something by design, Cal's right. What he's saying is simple as, even if you've been given instructions by your manager, you can see it's not working. We're not saying like, you know, disregard what your manager says, but you can still like do something a little bit different where your manager will go, quick, good thinking. This is why, you know what I mean? This is why you're in the team, because if something's not working, you do something a bit different and it might pay dividends. I'm gonna give Trent a 5. The only reason I'm giving him a 1 mark higher Drift is because he's done a pass to Salah that Salah should have finished, and I can't help but think that should have been an assist. But remember the low cross and Salah missed the opportunity. That's why I'm giving him a 5.
That miss was criminal.
Salah is going to bed with his plate is full because he didn't eat at all today. Plate is full.
Eric D22B. I think we're most dangerous when we go for teams. Let's just go all in, backs to the wall for a few weeks and see what happens. We could try it. AA on player rating should look like the Antarctica temperature.
Cal, what are you giving Trent?
Trent, I'll be honest. At this point, I just wanted to ask you guys to play ratings.
No. Come on, bro. We got to move to the ratings. Let's move.
You lot are lucky you've had me for an hour and 50. I didn't even want to talk about the game.
For real, Cal. Let's wrap this up, man.
Yeah, you didn't have to do a watch along. By
the way, stop doing those. Every time you've done a watch along.
Yeah, no, we are. Yeah, we have.
Stop doing those. The jinx is real. Every time I was sitting there today and I was like, every time them man they're
done a watch along, it's never good. It's never good.
Me, like literally, do you know what's joke? You see when we switched off the stream, me and James sat there and literally at the same time we were like, this is it, innit? Maybe we'll do a link up for UFC or something.
But this ain't it.
Yeah, we're just like, yeah,
It ain't working. It's not you. It's not me. It's Klopp. It's Liverpool. It's us.
It's not me.
Is it them or is it us? Is it me?
It's us.
Yeah.
Trent gets a 5 from me. Trent gets a
5.
Nat Phillips.
6?
Kind of a fault for
5?
the goal, but other than that, he did kind of.
No, allow him.
You weren't at fault for the goal.
No. I said kind of, because the guy who scored the
6.
goal was his guy. Trent is more to blame because Trent should have been at the back post to stop the cutback. But there's a little bit of blame on that, just a little bit, because it was his guy who scored the goal. So I'm not saying.
No, arguably it was Hendo's guy, bro.
Well, the ball hit Hendo's guy when it went in, but the guy who took the shot was Nat's guy. So there's a little bit of blame to him. As I said,
we can't.
For the rest of the game,
6,
I feel
bro.
like he was pretty good.
Give him a 6, bro. 6 or 5 for that.
I'll give him a 5.5.
I'll give him a 6.
5 for me.
6.5.
7.5 for me.
Yeah.
7.5.
I don't think he did anything wrong today. Didn't do anything.
We lost. We lost, you know.
Yes, but that doesn't mean every player was poor, bro.
Bro, but 7.5. I know what you're saying, because it's like, but bro, would you sit there and go, all right, you know, actually, I'll take it back, because I'm going to wait and see what your other ratings are before I even say anything. Let me say that, because I don't want to be, I don't want to be too judgmental when I'm like, oh, it makes sense now, kind of thing. So, all right, fair play. I'll wait, but I'm going to come back, though, and wait for your other ratings, though.
That's fine. Hendo.
5.
Yeah, 5.
I was going to go 6 for Hendo.
We lost to Brighton. These men are lucky they're even.
Yeah, Carl feeling generous.
I'm not feeling generous. I'm looking at this as an isolated game as opposed to.
You know what, bro? We win together and we lose together. So when we lose, them can't start asking.
Cobra Kai for life, bro.
Never in a team who loses.
All right, this is where I completely shut down that argument. So when we lost to Real Madrid in the Champions League final after carries to the madness, every man should get less than a 5, yeah?
That's different, bro, because the team played well and he made a bad mistake.
We lose together.
All right, if you want to start being pedantic, then all right.
Bro, I'm not being pedantic, bro. I'm breaking down your statement, bro. I'm not going to judge every single player based on.
If we lose the game literally from one piece of dumbassistry, yeah, like what Adrian did against Atletico or what Carrius did against Madrid, it's a bit different to when the whole team plays like arse for 90 minutes, bro. It is different. Obviously, there's extenuating circumstances based on that.
The whole team didn't play like us. We just said Keller had a really good game.
He did.
Had a good game.
Yeah, he did.
So like, that's what
the majority of the team played like arse, though, isn't it?
I'm not saying you're wrong there, but I'm not going to judge a player based on how the team played. That's not fair.
All right.
Sorry, Cal. What did you give Hendo again, sir?
I gave Hendo a 6.
I suppose only one might higher than mine, but I mean, I give him a 5. So,
Robbo.
Oh,
5.
Yeah, he gets a 5, bro. You weren't that good today. Robbo was good.
I agree with that. 5. Genie.
5.
5.
You're gonna sense the common theme with me.
Man said 5 alive.
5 for me. Thiago.
5.
Nah, 6.
6 for me. Milner.
Oh, Jay. Milner.
5.5 because he's 35 years old.
That doesn't make
4.
sense, bruv. Like,
Nah, Milner's a
Because
4.
I've got to give credit to a man who's just had to pay.
No, Drift.
Bro, forget the 8. No, Drift. This is where I have to jump off the boat now. I was on your boat and I jumped off it because you're now you're saying some stuff that don't make sense, bro.
I give him a 5.
I'm giving him a 4. Milner was poo. He was doo-doo, fam.
4 for me. 4.
Doo-doo. Yeah, it's poor.
Shaqiri.
Yeah. 4.5/, maybe 5. 4.75.
It's a 3.5 for me for Shaqiri.
Damn.
Firmino.
Do you want to go first?
It's up to you.
4.
Drift.
3.
4 for me. Salah.
4. Not blaming him. We should have won.
3 up. Salah should have scored them chances, bro.
He could have won us the game. But I'm not blaming him, but he was poor today. He did. I don't
Salah
think he
was poor,
actually
bro.
beat a man today.
But Salah was... I'm not going to lie, Salah was toilet. I know the Salah fans are going to come for me. I'm waiting for my inbox to
I gave Salah a 5.
I give Salah 4.5. No, Salah was doo-doo, fam. He was doo-doo. Doo-doo. Can't even...
But he,
doo-doo.
for me, was the only threat in that front three today.
Okay, it was the best, I don't know.
Best out of
he was as much of a threat as a gun filled with blanks is where you bust it in the air and people don't realise there's no real bullets in it. Like, but even if you point it, man, it's still not going to hurt no one. 4.
Fair enough. Substitutes. Who's a substitute?
Divock
Jones.
Origi. Oh yeah. Sorry, Jones.
I mean, Jones only got like 5 minutes. It's a bit unfair to even really judge him, isn't it?
Pretty sure. Oh yeah, you're right. He didn't get that much. All
It's
right.
still kind of ineffective. Yeah, Ox. Ooh, Ox in 3. Ox is ineffective, bro. 3.5, 4 maybe. It was ineffective.
Yeah,
I hate to say it.
Give him a 3.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing.
It's a 3 for me. And Origi.
Oh Lord.
2.5.
Yeah, Origi. But Origi was toilet. Like straight toilet.
Origi
That
gets.
toilet brush.
I don't
He's a
think.
2.5.
I don't think Origi was any worse than Ox. I'm not gonna.
No,
lie.
Origi was a 3. Straight toilet. Same as Ox though, innit? Them man they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing.
The ball barely went in the box, which meant that anyone playing up front today barely got any services. It was.
Origi didn't even take a shot. You know what's so mad? You know when you're a striker, and even if things aren't going right, like, did Origi take a shot?
No, he didn't.
Nobody took a shot. We had 1 shot in the whole match.
No, we had more shots.
No, I mean on target.
Yeah, on target. I think we had maybe 2.
You know what? The only time during that whole game when I sat up was when Firmino did a lovely body feint and had a decent left-footed shot blocked.
Right.
Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah.
No, it was a left-footed shot, bro.
It's right.
No, it was left, bro. It was a left-footed shot. He did a lovely body feint onto his left foot, and then he did like a toe poke shot, but it was blocked.
You sure what? He's right, actually.
He's right.
I'm trying to think.
You lot might be thinking of a different chance to me, but the one I'm thinking about was like midway through the second half.
Yeah, that's
Anyway, that was the only
right.
time that I remember thinking, you know, when you get up a bit, when you like you pay attention, like, could this be something? Obviously, apart from Salah's 2 chances. Yeah, we was absolutely dog shit today, man.
Klopp.
0.
Klopp gets a 2 for me.
Yeah, I say like a 2, 3, 2.5 maybe.
He lost at home.
Do you know what is about Klopp that make me kind of know that he's fully rattled? Yeah, is I think he got to like the 92nd minute, and I think there was a stoppage in play, and or something was happening, and there was a close up on Klopp, and he just put his head like this. He just went, but then, like, you know that smile that he does, he kind of just like, but he's looking down.
Klopp's he's been rattled from the moment Virgil got injured. From that Everton game, he's been rattled.
100%. He's never been the same because do you know what it is? As I suppose that any manager in any do you know what it is, Joe?
You think
he's been rattled since Michelin?
No, but the Everton game was before Michelin.
Yeah,
I think we had some pretty decent performances.
No, he'd been rattled since
we did have, but I think that he was rattled after since the Everton game.
He was because he never planned. He never foresaw that
Virgil getting injured for like
Virgil getting injured. He always thought in his brain, I know there's a possibility that Matip and Gomez are probably going to get injured. He never thought about, like, Van Dijk never came in that conversation at all.
It's negligent that he didn't come in the conversation.
Bro, remember, Van Dijk used to get
94 games in a row or something like that.
Bruv, stupid. Van Dijk would get knocked in games and play the next game. He's like Virgil's a warrior. He was just shrugging off.
But that's embarrassing that we sat there and said that he can't get injured like he's not a human being.
No, of course it is because
that's where my frustration is. Drifty, Millie playing was consensual, so he gets a 2.
But today he just looked like an old man who was knackered. He's been forced to play 3 in a row. We said it in the preview. It's actually quite dangerous.
I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love, no, sorry, Jeff. I was gonna say, as much as I love James Milner, tonight is a night. Tonight is a night where you can't play 3 in a row. Man should have sat home with his Jacob biscuits or crackers or whatever and just sip on a tea, fam. Like real talk. Just chill out, relax, go in the jacuzzi, relax the muscles. Yeah. Fam, you needed to chill tonight. Like real talk. Man needed them Jacob's crackers, bro, tonight. It was peak. Can't even front.
Genie Houdini, every time we start to get momentum, we drop the ball. You know, Super Mario Bros, when you jump and get the mushroom to make you bigger, we keep getting the poison mushroom.
No, you know, it's like, you know, you jump up and you get it's like diddle, 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 and then you jump down and then you get hit by an enemy like diddle, 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 and you're straight back down to small again. It was like, what was the fucking point?
Not even that, I'll go on better. You know, Mario Kart with the blue shell. So you won the last race and then like you're in first place for the next race because you won the last race, right? Straight off the starting line, maybe halfway through the first lap, you get a blue shell, you just never recover. That's us. We ain't recovering right now. Man, just getting blue shell, red shell, green shell, slipping a banana. Where you're like, I can't bother, man. Throw the pad to your brother. Hey, bro, I ain't doing this no more. That's what it might as well be, fam.
MZ, Drifty, can you do score predictions again, please, bro? Last time you said we will beat Spurs 2-1 on the stream. We need the reverse juju somehow. It's up to you to save the world, Drift.
Yeah, all right, fuck it. I'll make a prediction for the Man City game now.
No, I'll wait. Not now. It's too raw. It's too raw for you to make a score prediction now. Sleep on it.
No, make it now, Drift. Make it now. No, I need to make it now.
No, it's too raw. It's too raw.
2-0 City.
Sometimes you got to rip off that bandit. See, he said it. 2-0 City.
2-0 City.
When Drift giving predictions, I said, when you give a prediction, yeah, it's game over. You know?
Mad, yeah, it's mad.
It's over.
And this is a joke, right, guys. You just think he just does this on stream. He doesn't even tell us score predictions.
When Drifty does a prediction, yeah, it's good night. I'm going to bed in a minute. I'm going to bed.
We need a summer rebuild, innit? I gotta be honest with you. Ox, Origi, Keita, Shaq. Nothing but love for what you've done for the club. It's time to go, man.
How can we do a rebuild with a board who, with all due respect, did get us players in? So again, we're not ungrateful. But as we've always said, they did the Aldi Lidl thing when really we should always be in John Lewis and Marks and Spencer. Like, you've got to just keep it real. How are we supposed to do a rebuild? Oh, wait, you want to sell me on this Mbappe in the summer crap?
You know how we do a rebuild. Then man have to spend money. It's simple as that.
They won't spend any money, bro.
They won't. They're not going to change.
Money, I'm gonna be real. If they don't spend money, then us as a fan base have to do something about it.
They're not spending money, and I tell you why. In their mind, they're thinking we hardly spent that much money to win the Champions League and the Premier League. Why go away from that model? Bro, FSG are stubborn in the sense of they believe in this model that they have because it's brought us success. They're not going to go away from that because of one bad season. As much as we know that's not the right thing, but we know what our owners are like, bro. We just know that.
All right, so here's where the whole model argument really gripes me, yeah?
Yeah.
You see, like, if I'm in a job, let's say I'm renting a flat, yeah? And I'm in a job. Because I'm renting, the rent's not as expensive, my salary is decent, I can get takeout twice a week. We move into a house and we get a mortgage, that mortgage is double or triple what I'm paying for rent, but my salary is the same. I'm not going to be getting takeaways 2-3 times a week, am I? I'm going to change the model of my thinking, aren't I? To make sure I sustain my house. Because I can't go to the bank and say, you know what? I can't pay the mortgage this month because I got Domino's and then I got Chinese instead of just one. They'd look at me and say, okay, well, where's the keys? We'll come and repossess the house, innit? Therefore, FSG saying this model, blah, 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 the model needs to change. Either the model changes,
We know this.
Or thank you for your services and please sell us on to the next set of owners.
100%. 100%, bro. We said this, bro. The model needed changing from even before now. Let's be real. Because we will be in this predicament.
I know we're speaking about hindsight and all that, and people are going to say hindsight. I'm only saying this now. But I said it at the time, and I'll keep on saying it. That summer where we didn't sign any players apart from Adrian, Harvey Elliott, and Sepp van den Berg, that set us back.
Yes.
That set us back.
Come back to bite us.
Ever since then, we've been playing catch-up.
Yes.
And then the fact that we didn't sign a centre-back in the summer means we're playing catch-up twice now, which means the summer rebuild has to happen. If it don't happen, we're done.
I'm getting ready for the dark times, boy, because there ain't no big money getting spent. Not unless we shut off one of our
players. Unless someone getting sold. I don't see FSG going, look, Jurgen, here's 100 mil, and then on top of that, you can, spend whatever you want from player sales. It's not going to happen, bro.
Connell, we have 7 points out of 21 against the bottom 6.
7 out of 21.
On that note, Connell, everyone who's been in the chat, a massive thank you. Please make sure you smash the like button. Thursday today? We're back on Friday with the City preview and then Rival Watch as well. Guys, I just got to say thanks for joining us. I can't say anything about the club right now. Just hope things get better. Matt Drift, anything you want to say before we go? No? Okay.
I'm bored.
I don't know, bro. I don't really know what to say. I don't really know what to say to even lift the mood. Like, I don't think anyone can really be positive in this situation. Obviously, we can only hope that things change, but that's just like...
No, here's what I will say. Thank you for 2/3 unbelievable years of joy that you've given me, Klopp, the boys, all of that. But when you decided you wanted to be shit, I really wish you'd done it in stages. Big man thing. I really wish you'd done it in stages. Like, get me used to it, man. Let me put my toe in. Then let me just go to ankle. You know what I mean? But it is a bit cold, isn't it? Let me shake that off for a little while.
I just dashed you in.
Man just dashed me in, bro.
And you can't swim. You can't swim. So
But yeah, man just got me gasping from you know when you watch
eyes rolling back.
Oh man.
You know when you watch not even documentaries, you know when you watch something like I don't know, what's that Liam Neeson film again? The Grey. You know, like something like that. You know the man in freezing water and he gets pulled out. And man's like that man's just like cold on another level. Like there's just no dealing with that hypothermia, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like man, it just dashed me right into the deep end, man. Like you could have warmed me up a little bit, bro. You know what I mean? Like
I hear you, but guys, I said
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit.
Pee on me. Please. Please. No! What the hell are you talking about? I am a boy.
we had to give you a little bit of comedy before
we had to do something. I was crying. Man had to do something, bro.
You lot, nothing but love. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish and we are out, people. Take care.